Welcome, Wonder Enjoyers.
Why can't you just do the normal one? Why can't you be normal?
Welcome, Wonder Enjoyers. To Zero, a podcast currently about Wonder Woman 20-something teen film.
Yeah, it came out.
Directed by Patty Jenkins, written by Zack Snyder, produced by Zack Snyder, created by Zack Snyder, invented by Zack Snyder, based on characters by Zack Snyder.
Was it really?
Which part?
Zack Snyder invented Wonder Woman.
But what did he really write this?
He was one of the 3 writers.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, we're giving him
credit.
We're
to Zack.
tipping all of our hats to him, all of our racist fedoras.
He was in the movie too.
I am tipping 1/3 of my hat to him.
He played Steve Trevor. Yeah,
No,
that's right.
no, but he's in the movie. Like, he is. He has, like, he's one of the soldiers carrying, like, a fucking Lewis gun or whatever.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Yes. He's in the photo. He's in the famous photo. He's in the background.
Oh my
What?
god.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't tell if you're being serious right now.
I am not kidding. You can't see him at all. You can't see his face, but he's there.
The first result for Zack Snyder in Wonder Woman is Justice League. Snyder Cut delivers a better Wonder Woman.
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah,
Apparently,
he does have
they
an
mean-
uncredited appearance as U.S. soldier in Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you can see him.
Oh, he also had a cameo in the Snyder Cut. He was in the coffee shop when Lois Lane goes to get coffee for Cobb.
See, yeah, I'm not extremely attuned to seeing images of Zack Snyder.
What the fuck? I had no idea. Well, anyway,
I
that's
didn't
great.
either until I was looking at the IMDb, because all of the one of the really cool things about this movie is
that it's on IMDb.
Well, yes, famed IMDb stan Sam is in the chat, but guy who's only seen IMDb. I'm getting very IMDb vibes from this movie.
It's not a real movie unless it's on IMDb.
Because most of the actors who aren't Chris Pine and Gal Gadot in this movie are relatively no-name sort of actors and stuntmen, and I think that that's very cool.
Or directors named Zack Snyder.
Yeah, but Zack Snyder is also in the credits on IMDb, so...
I'm Sam, aka 1D the Elf.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that. Hi, I'm Giga, and I'm what passes for armor in this country.
And I'm Val Flake Cub, and I'm very proud of my ice cream.
Yeah, you should be. I like that. Oh, that was such a good moment. Hey guys,
Yeah?
this movie fucking rocks.
This movie's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I wouldn't say that I'm like in love with it, but
I kind of am.
In a lot of ways it's incredibly refreshing.
Yeah, maybe I'm just kind of my standards have been warped. But
well, that's the thing, and we'll talk about this over the course of this episode for sure, but I found that I was having a great time watching it largely because of how it is a contrast to every other movie in the genre. That I was watching it and I was like, oh, that's what this should be like. Like, I don't know that I would like love it just in and of itself if it was the only superhero movie I've ever seen, but compared to every other one that I've seen except for Into the Spider-Verse, I was like, fuck.
But yeah,
this is what it's supposed to be.
You especially get that contrast after watching, say, Batman v Superman.
Boy, yeah, I had a lot of one-to-one comparisons. Batman v Superman.
It's really refreshing to see a movie in which the action fucking means something, and that it's evocative and
shows
cool.
something about the character, teaches you something, moves the plot along as well.
Like the conceit, it's really cool when a movie about an established thing like Wonder Woman, like everyone knows who Wonder Woman is, but it's really cool when you can see the movie without it being about Wonder Woman. And like the core conceit of this movie is not it's a movie about Wonder Woman, it's a Greek epic told through the lens of World War One. And I feel like it feels that way a lot of the time. Like it's basically, what if we put a demigod in World War One?
It's a pretty classic hero's journey.
It is.
Second demigod.
Also, I will
Ares
say,
isn't a demigod.
it really speaks to how much good there is in this movie, that we like it this much, despite the lead actress being so terrible.
She's awful. Mm-hmm. She's simply awful.
I gotta say, I think watching the Snyder Cut, and to a lesser extent BVS, because she's not in that one that much, those movies are so horrendous that how
you
bad
really
she
notice.
was just kind of was like, yeah, I mean, everything sucks. Like, the only thing that I really zeroed in on with her was Galel was shit. But this movie, I'm like, fucking Christ, what were they thinking casting her?
Especially having her being across from Chris Pine, who I haven't like seen in a lot of other stuff, but he's fucking handsome and he's charming.
Really charming. Yeah, he's like
I think if he was a bad actor, he wouldn't be as handsome. You know what I mean?
There was, to her credit, and we'll talk about it, of course, when we get to it, there was one scene in this part of the movie that I was like, okay, I like her in this part.
I feel like maybe that's the side that she was reading in the audition, and then they forgot to have her try and do any other kind of emotions. Because like there's like a flirty scene where she like, I mean, we'll get to it, but it's like, it's literally, they could have shot like Steve's stuff like with him in the room by himself, and the chemistry would have been exactly the same.
It feels like there is.
She's giving nothing.
It feels like
go on, girl, give us nothing.
Nothing behind her eyes. It feels like like it's like it is detrimental. Like the movie succeeds despite her, but it is like pretty detrimental in some scenes where it's like it zooms in on her eyes and her gaze, and there's just nothing. It's just nothing. It's empty.
To her credit, she's good in the action scenes.
She performs, but yeah, exactly.
I mean, she's on like bungee cords, and they're like flinging her around the studio.
But like I would say that like being able to emote is very important in some action scenes, and there are a few in this part that I would say would be markedly improved if she had any ability to look like she was reacting to anything in the environment around her.
I guess I don't know that she's good in the action scenes so much as I liked the action scenes that Wonder Woman was in.
Yes, I like the
she
action
plays Wonder
scenes.
Woman in the movie.
She does. She plays Wonder Woman.
She plays Wonder Woman.
She's wearing the Wonder
movie.
Woman costume.
She's wearing.
She says all of the Wonder Woman's lines.
Should we get on into it?
I just want to say I came into this podcast because I love to shit on things and have a bad time with people who are mean to inanimate objects such as movies.
Mm-hmm.
I was promised a very different experience than I got watching this. I liked this part. If I watched this with friends in a theater and they were like, "What did you think?" I wouldn't go, "Yeah." I would go, "Yeah."
No, this movie like unironically fucking rocks. And
it's George of the Jungle to me. And
you don't have to.
I like it.
I don't think the premise of this movie is watching movies that we don't like. It's watching the DCEU.
I'm gonna be honest though, Val. When you said those two different yeahs, I don't know what you meant by that.
The first one is like, sure, yeah, okay.
It's a polite yeah.
It was fine, yeah. The second one is like, yeah, man, yeah.
Okay,
it's good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
so we're starting.
Yeah, I would say that this movie, the way we talk about these movies, can be both yeah and yeah.
Well, I like it better when it's
no.
yeah. Really?
I don't know. I think I'm really excited to talk about this. I'm really excited.
Well, let's
for this
do
week.
it then. We're starting about 46 minutes in. Diana wakes up on boat. They arrive in grey industrial London.
And
it's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Let's get that out of the way.
They fucking went, huh? They fucking went.
Yeah.
On the boat?
I guess we don't know where Themyscira is.
I guess Themyscira is just like
it's the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a day of sailing, like she woke up and then he kept sailing, like they both sailed and then she fell back asleep, and maybe there's like a whole day of sailing we missed.
It doesn't matter. I just thought it was funny.
It does not matter. They're here, and he's like, jolly old London, and she's like, and he's like,
God.
Not everyone likes it.
I liked it though. I think the set design and not necessarily relevant here because it's a CG shot, but I would say that they do a lot of like practical sets in London, and I would say that they're largely very good. And the costume design as well is very good.
They look good, and I like that it's blue instead of gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, agreed. We get a montage of sights and sounds. She sees a couple holding hands, and she says, why are they holding hands? Which I did immediately have to CinemaSins ding that one, because I don't think that anyone who has never heard of holding hands would instinctively call it holding hands.
Why are they holding each other's hand in their hand?
I don't know, maybe in Themyscira it's just something that you do as a kid, and you like it.
Or maybe it's like Vulcan, where it's like, you do it on Themyscira, but only in the privacy of your own home. So she's like, why are they holding hands on the street?
What the fuck?
Gal Gadot could be a pretty good Vulcan, I think.
No, because sometimes they do have to do challenging things in their acting.
That's true.
She could be a good side character Vulcan.
He says, well, they're holding hands because they're together. And she's like, oh, well, we are together. And then she holds his hand and he goes,
not like that.
We're not together like that.
I liked
Diana,
the
there's
line
another
where
aspect of attraction that you're not aware of.
I like the line where he's like, okay, we need to take the book to the military. And she's like, but you said the war is this way. And he's like, okay, if here's the deal. If you let me go to the military first, then I'll buy you a ticket to the war.
Yeah, he says, like, I'll take you to the war.
He says he will buy her a ticket to go to the war.
Yeah, he's like, I was kind of unsure about how I felt about the fish out of water stuff at first. And I still kind of am. It's not something that I super, like, it just...
I liked what they were going for. I think it's the right choice, but it didn't really do it for me, but I thought it was
I think they do it. I think they twist it in a good way.
I think they do it a good amount.
Yeah,
as in they don't do it the whole time.
Right, yeah.
Like, they very much stop doing it at a certain point.
Or like, it shifts to a more thematic thing, where it's like she's sort of angry at the hypocrisies and...
The culture,
yeah, the cultural norms that they fall into that are absurd and hurtful. I do like.
Also, she's funny not wearing any clothes.
Yes, he looks at her. He looks at her Wonder Woman costume poking out from under her big fur coat, and he says, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?"
It's pretty cool over the course of the scene.
She says, "Montage."
As they're going around the city, you can see people who are like looking at them and start to follow them in the background. It doesn't bring super amounts of attention to them. But there is like a guy in a bowler hat, a kind of hefty guy in a bowler hat, who
I love that guy's hat. That hat was a fucking sick hat.
Who like starts, like, you see him in the background in one scene and he starts walking, like, he's like out of focus, and then like it's doing like a wide shot and it kind of focuses on him, but you'd be forgiven for not noticing it.
You know what? Fuck
Steve
the fedora,
does
fuck the
notice
trilby. I want to see dork-ass middle school boys bringing back the bowler hat.
Okay.
It won't be good, but it'll be funny.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so...
Thank you for supporting me.
I'm not going to do it because I'm not a dork-ass middle school boy, but if I were...
No, I mean, we're not going to do it. I just think it would be good for someone else to do it.
We're going to pay dork-ass middle schooler boys to wear bowler hats.
There was a kid in my high school who wore 2 hats for a while.
Like
and then his friend, who was like also kind of fucking with him a little bit, was like, I wonder how many you could wear. And he started wearing like 3 hats and then 4 hats, and then he was walking around with 5 hats.
And then the monkey stole his hats.
But they don't, like, they weren't like smushed on top of each other, so they were kind of like as high as 5 hats
5 normal
would
hats.
Be.
That's pretty
like,
good.
Baseball caps like on top of each other, and just like watching him like try to walk and not knock his shit over was pretty cool.
I'm surprised that
walk
teachers
around shouting
make him,
caps for sale, 50 cents a cap.
I'm surprised that teachers did not make him take them off.
I don't think he wore them inside, because I don't think you were allowed to wear hats inside at all.
And then Wonder Woman hears a baby crying, and she yells, "A baby!" and runs over to the baby.
Yeah.
A baby.
Well, she's never seen a baby.
She's never seen a baby.
That's
also,
true.
then why does she know what a baby sounds like?
What the fuck is that thing?
What the fuck? She's like, why is that person so small and screaming?
I guess the way that it's her maternal instinct, of course.
I work with children.
But I guess it's the same way that she knows how to speak modern German, Spanish, Chinese, and
magic.
I'm not going to get over that. It's not happening. I don't know. It's magic. But
it's literally magic. Zeus literally just made Amazons to be like that.
Yeah.
I do like the indication, though. I mean, like the moment of like a baby, because it does. it really reminds you of like what Themyscira is like, where they were all raising her together, and like it was not like, oh,
it takes an island.
Hippolyta has a baby. It's like, there's a baby. Let's help the baby.
50 moms.
And, you know, yeah. 8 legs, 7.
So they walk into a store, and there's a excited tiny woman, and she hugs Steve, and she says, "Hello, I'm Steve's secretary, Etta Candy."
I like Etta.
I like
She's
Etta.
delightful.
Apparently, she is a comics character. She's Wonder Woman's best friend and Steve's aide. In some continuities, she fucks Steve, which I have to assume then that Steve is the creator of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is his wife, and then Etta is their girlfriend.
What? Oh,
no,
right.
Wonder Woman.
Right. No, it's just that the guy who created Wonder Woman is a fucking freak.
No, Wonder Woman is the wife and the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder Woman was like, the girlfriend is always wearing those big bracelets that turned into the bracers, and the wife fucking likes ropes or something.
Wonder Woman was wandering through the streets of London, and she got some tape in her eyes, and she was like, "God damn it, I can't pull them out because of my feminine vanity."
That was a very wild comic book panel.
Early Wonder Woman is insane.
I have to say, I hope Etta and Steve fuck in this one too.
Yeah, I think that
she's great. She's really fun.
She's really funny.
She's one of those side characters that really stole the scene. And
well, it wasn't hard with
the
leading lady being Diana.
It wasn't, but Steve was there too.
True.
So she holds her own against Chris Pine. Steve Pine.
My next CinemaSins ding is when Etta explains what a secretary does. She's like, "Oh, I do
anything he tells me.
I do whatever he tells me. I schedule blah blah blah, pour his coffee, whatever the fuck." And Diana's like, "Where I come from, that is called slavery."
You don't have slaves.
Do
you have slaves? Do they have slaves?
Do they have slaves on Themyscira?
They know the concept of slavery.
But if they know the concept, then you would think that they would have a pretty neutral to positive concept of it, considering that they're based on, like, Greco-Roman times.
Yeah, who did enjoy a good slave.
Loved a good slavery. So that's just a quick CinemaSins ding. We don't have to dwell on that.
Yeah, we don't need to think about that.
I think the only reason she would think of somebody who does everything that somebody else tells them as a slave is because Themyscira doesn't have currency.
That's true. So everyone's really a slave if you think about it.
So ding.
Really anyway,
what I'm saying.
So Wonder Woman finds a corset. Actually, I think it's a bustier. Anyway,
they're in a store now. They're playing funny music, but it's not like clonk-a-donk donk.
It is a little clonk-a-donk.
It's lightly funny. It's like blink 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 whatever.
It's not clonk-a-donk, but plink-a-plink.
Yeah, it's clink-a-plink, and
so picture that.
I'm gonna say it again. It's George of the Jungle to me.
Yeah.
This is the part where he goes to put on a tux, and he's like, "Wow."
I do think it would be a better movie. I hate to say it, but if Wonder Woman was played by Brendan Fraser.
Oh my god! Wait, if everything was the same, but it was Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, it was just that
with the long hair and the oily abs.
He didn't.
Wow. There it is. The hosts of 0 to 0 are sexist. You don't want to see a powerful woman in a film.
Sam, I'm not.
I love Etta.
Sam, I'm not sure that you remember, but I have. It has not been in question whether or not I am a huge sexist. Anyway,
that's true. That is one of the running bits of this podcast is us just accusing each other of sexism.
Well, no, Giga just says it themselves.
Yeah, I just say it myself a lot.
Just
we'll talk about this off the air.
I like to get it out of the way just so everyone knows what to expect, because I don't want to I don't want to catch anyone by surprise. I want people to know where I'm coming from. But yeah, I like the idea that that Hippolyta was going for Gal Gadot, but she got Brendan Fraser, and she's just not that good of a sculptor.
She was sculpting out of clay and then dropped it, so it kind of got smushed on the front.
I am going to make the most beautiful little girl out of clay.
No offense to Brendan Fraser. Love a good Brendan Fraser, but
well, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, how else would you? Well, I guess if it's a baby though. Did she sculpt a baby out of clay, or did she sculpt a kid out of clay?
We don't know.
I think it was a baby.
Oh, yeah.
What if she was like, I'm going to sculpt a fetus out of clay, and she just made a little blob, and then was like, Zeus, you do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
She sees the thing and she's like, "Is this what passes for armor in your country?" And Etta explains what fashion is. We get a makeover scene where she comes out of the...
It's funny, because they're like, okay, why don't you try on this? Because Edda's like, conservative without being unfun. And Wonder Woman is like, all right, and like starts to take off her jacket, and Edda's like, no. And then then they cut to her.
The first of many people panicking and telling Diana not to do that.
At least they did restrain themselves from having it be a makeover scene where she comes out and Etta is like,
fucking like a pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman.
Instead, it's Diana in each outfit trying to do kicks and stunts and destroying all of the clothes.
Uh-huh.
And then Steve comes in wearing a fedora and trench coat, looking, dare I say, extremely racist.
Yes.
Why do you have that feeling?
That's just what I feel when I see a white man in a trench coat and a fedora.
He's just straight out of Reddit. This guy, he popped fully formed.
Man looks like he just walked out of Excalibur.
Parody album, by the way.
Yeah. Straight out of Oh no! That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
So yeah, she's ripping all of the clothes, and thank God Steve shows up right as she's trying on an outfit that she will deem appropriate.
Essentially, she's wearing menswear or women's wear from 20 years in the future.
She's wearing a jacket and like a circle skirt kind of thing. So it's like loose enough that she'll be able to kick stuff and blah blah blah.
I'm so glad that you have words to describe this, because I literally didn't know how to describe what she's wearing, so I literally just wrote in my notes, Diana walks out wearing something and Steve says it's bad for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because it's because it's hot and
well, okay.
Yeah, because he's basically saying like we need her to not stand out for her beauty, I guess. And then he does something that I've had a couple minor cinema instincts. This one pissed me the fuck off.
They lampshade it, though.
Do they?
Well, no, but they lampshade a different part of what you're about to talk about.
Because he like picks up a pair of glasses off of the shelf and puts them on her. And yeah, the lampshading by Etta is like, oh sure, that makes her look not beautiful.
That makes her not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, sure.
Okay, so glasses as an accessory.
She's also wearing a very rough felted hat.
Up until like the 1920s, glasses were seen as extremely cringe, and only people who needed them to see would ever fucking wear them. The stigma started to go away, especially around like Buddy Holly times.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a quote here from an English writer in 1928 who said, Neville Cardus said wearing glasses was, quote, a sure sign of the weakling and the mollycoddle, which I just thought was great.
I mean, people were really into eugenics.
I remember being in high school, and it was like a conversation, like, people are starting to wear glasses when they don't need them. Like, I literally looked it up.
Like, in the 1920s, there was probably, like, I don't have any source for this, but I can super imagine that it did happen. That people, like, were talking about sterilizing people who wore glasses. Because they would, like, sterilize you for, like,
just about
nothing.
Anything.
Yeah.
So, they literally, I looked it up to make sure that I wasn't wrong about this. And yeah, it wasn't until the 70s when they started actually going, like, maybe we should make glasses that are supposed to look okay and don't just make you look like a fucking loser. But yeah, it wasn't until like 2009, as far as I could find, that people started like even
wearing
making non-prescription glasses to wear as an accessory. So the fact that they would even be on a shelf at a clothing store in industrial World War I era London is fucking anachronistic, and it made me very mad.
So I could see these being glasses that aren't super high prescription, but like reading glasses.
But you would have to go to a fucking optician to get those.
You would go to an optician.
That's
they wouldn't
the
just
thing.
Be like on a shelf at ancient H&M at Ancient M.
It's very she lights a torch energy.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter because She walks out of the department
She almost immediately
store.
destroys them.
Yeah.
And also she walks out of the department store wielding a sword and a shield. So
I'm just saying she's stealing valor, and I'm not happy about it.
I know, me too.
Yeah, she's stealing binoculared valor.
My roommate in college wore fake glasses, and she literally had to take them off when she got home because I would not like to see them on her face. She was like, I just think they look nice. And I was like, that's cool. You can make your own decisions. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, binoculares rise up.
But so the other thing about Steve being like, she's
I'm the only
supposed to be
person in my family without glasses.
Fuck you. You'll get them eventually. So Steve says the whole point of her getting a makeover was to be less distracting. It kind of sounds like he's saying she should be less hot, but it also is just she was standing out because she's wearing fucking armor, and now she's just wearing menswear, which might as well be armor in
because
the
it's very weird,
18s. Yeah. Anyway, so then, she does very much, I don't know where her sword and shield were when she was changing, but she goes to walk out of the revolving door, and she's got a sword and a shield, and she's holding it, directly up.
Yeah, she's holding it like an umbrella. I thought she would have had an umbrella for a second.
It's really funny, and she goes to go in the revolving door, and, clank, and,
she fights
it doesn't work,
yeah.
And she's like, no, I can do this, and Steve is like, please put down the sword. She's like, no. I've got this. And they go, this other guy walks through the revolving door, which, don't forget this gentleman, walks through the revolving door. And then she's like, all right. And it's like a hopscotch thing. She's waiting for her turn and amps herself up and then finally goes through and doesn't crash in the revolving door. Good for Diana. Good job.
And then Etta is like, I can take those for you. And Diana's like... She's very reluctant to hand over the God Killer to Steve's funny
you must
secretary.
Guard this with your
really
life. And she's like,
I really like Etta with the God Killer.
Yeah, it was good. So they walk to the military wherever, but
also
Steve...
she says protect it with your life, and she says,
protect it with your life.
No,
you got it, lady. Steve thinks they're being followed.
Yeah, no,
he
it's really
shoulder.
good. She's just like. She's instinctively okay, of course. No.
So
Yeah.
Steve thinks they're being followed. He keeps looking over his shoulder and seeing all of the people that we've been seeing over the course of these past couple scenes. He is like, here, Diana, let's go this way. He goes into an alleyway and immediately walks face first into a gun.
Mm-hmm. It was funny.
Yes.
It's a very loaded shot because there's extremely room for, there's basically more or less a chalk outline of gun in the air, and then a gun comes out from behind the brick wall.
Yeah, they're walking backwards down an alleyway, and then they take the last step directly in front of the gun. And, so they look around and there's not only the one guy with the gun, but there's a bunch of guys that have all snuck up on them. And the guy from the revolving door, hello, what?
Has a revolver. Oh, what?
Oh, and a German accent.
I just want to pick him up.
He does have a cute plaid jacket, but he does threaten to kill them.
I believe you have something from Mr. Ludendorff.
You have something belonging to Mr. Ludendorff. And Steve's like, let me... And pats down his, he's fake looking for change for a person asking for change. And then he...
he winds up a headbutt.
He's like, oh! Bonk. Yeah, and he bonks the guy. And then... Steve is like, Diana, stay behind me because I am a 19-teens misogynist.
Hey, stay behind me because I forgot how strong you are in a fight and that you can block bullets with your bracers.
I don't want
how much of the fight did she really participate in on the beach,
hey,
to be fair?
I don't want your menstruation getting in the way.
I thought that she did maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't know. Maybe his eyes were closed. So then he's like, Diana, stay behind me, but then he gets shot by the gun, and she reaches her arm in front of him, and of course she's still wearing her bracers under her jacket, and bing, he does a little ooh ah hi,
yeah, when the hot metal
bullet
bullet lands in his hands, that was pretty
good.
It was a really good it's a really good bit of acting where he transitions from I think I've just been shot to ow, there's a hot thing in my hand.
Yeah. Wait, oh my god, Sam, I didn't even see the part in your notes where you said he does a hot potato ooh ah with it.
He does.
That was just actually
what he does.
how I would describe it as well. Yeah, he does the hot potato thing.
We get a good fight scene. She's pinging the bullets off with her bracers. She's knocking them out. The last guy runs out of bullets and Steve punches him in the face. Somewhere in here she steps on her glasses, so that was...
Her glasses get shot off of her face.
Mm-hmm. And
the one bullet she didn't block, but her glasses were there to take it for her.
Yo, fuck glasses!
Yeah. When there was one set of footsteps in the sand, that was when her glasses...
This is a very firmly anti-glasses movie.
So Bowler Hat Man tries to run away, and then fucking Etta steps into the alleyway with the God Killer. And it's like, you're not going anywhere, bitch.
Where do you think you're going? And then Wonder Woman, lassos his leg with her lasso. Wow.
I love to see her using the lasso. It didn't occur to me until watching this that I was like, she didn't fucking use the lasso in combat one bit in the Snyder Cut at all.
Nope.
That sucks. I really liked seeing her using it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Anyway.
I liked Etta as well, immediately after Wonder Woman takes care of the guy. She's like, oh, thank God, I don't actually have to do anything with this sword.
Yeah. I thought this was a good character moment for Diana also, where she's got the German guy lassoed up and she's like, don't worry, I know that you're under Ares' control. I can help you. I can rescue you from his influence. Unknown to her, he is taking a cyanide pill, and he's like,
yeah. She's like, where is Ares? And he's like,
please, I can.
We get a lot of close-ups on his nasty face, which I didn't.
Yeah,
I can free you from Ares' control. I can milk
that guy. That guy had to eat a lot of foam for that shot. So they put it in.
So
they honored his foam sacrifice.
I think.
They killed him.
There is
they made the guy eat a cyanide pill.
That actually wasn't in the script. He was supposed to actually reveal. He was supposed to say, "I'm a reactionary part of a reactionary terrorist that wants to sin."
I'm part of a reactionary nation.
Yeah, but the guy just took a cyanide pill on set, and so they decided to roll with it.
So they had to write the rest of the movie.
Yeah. So
this was supposed to be the final scene.
It's gonna be a short film.
I like Chris Pine's acting a lot. He's playing because his character is basically he's playing the lead person in a noir film, but he also has a demigod on his side, which is very fun. And their dynamic is very fun, and I like that he's not a bad person, but he's just culturally chauvinistic. Which is
he learns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you know that he's going to get hit in the nuts at some point in the film.
Oh boy!
And then Wonder Woman's going to get kicked in the nuts, and she's going to do a little
smirk,
finger waggle. And then she's going to get stronger.
Please. Gal Gadot can't smirk.
Yeah,
that'd be ridiculous. So we go to a building full of military men yelling at each other. Steve and Diana walk in. Steve tries to pull this unnamed colonel. He had a name in the subtitles, but they never said his name. They just called him Colonel.
Colonel, yeah. And he says to Diana, he's like, okay, I'm going to go in there, you stay out here. And she's like, okay. And he goes in and she follows him immediately.
I love that she does not ever follow directions. It's so good.
She's like, I don't understand why I wouldn't be allowed in here, so I am coming in.
A lot of time,
you told me not to.
A lot of the time,
that's a bloody woman.
A lot of time, I get frustrated when characters that obliquely don't follow directions because it's have a little trust. But I like what she does. I like that she kind of has a read on Steve and knows when no, this is better. I'm curious.
Yeah, I feel like he's I need you to wait outside, and she's just no, and she just follows him anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think she even is got it, wink. I think she just
no. He's not trying.
Well, she doesn't say anything back to her.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is
she doesn't say anything back to him. Yeah,
she doesn't. Yeah, she knows when not to care, and which is most of the time.
There are a lot of there's now several instances of Steve being like, "Don't do what I'm doing," and then she's actually better at it than him.
Yeah.
So why would she be like, "Oh, this is the one where you're right, and I shouldn't be in here"? So she walks in, and everyone is like,
"Oh, it's a bloody woman! That's a bloody woman! I could smell her I can smell a vagina from here.
Everyone is talking over each other, and then nobody's talking.
Because they see a woman, she's standing there, they say, she's being hysterical, get her out of here!
Except for
my boner!
Her uterus is gonna fall out.
Is this guy, who is this guy?
David Thewlis?
Wait.
There's a mysterious man named Sir Patrick Morgan who is
speaking.
Yes.
A mysterious Thewlis-like man.
Well, and he says, well, we need peace, this armistice is the best thing, and Steve escorts Diana back out, and she's like, Why is everyone mad at the guy who says peace is good? Because he's like, we need peace at all costs. It's the most important thing is peace, peace, peace. And
Armistice.
she says, but that seems good. Why does everyone not like that? And I didn't recognize his actor at this point, so
you didn't recognize the Thewlis?
You don't get a close up on him just yet.
But we've been talking about David Thewlis the entire.
I wasn't looking at him. I thought he was just some nobody character who will not matter.
So here's the
point.
thing.
I'll explain.
That's the movie. Wait, that's the movie working though.
I will explain in a second. I will explain very shortly. So
we get a lot of shots of this guy, and I didn't know what David Thewlis looked like before, so I still don't know what he looks like, and I just watched this whole part being like, yay, this guy is nice and
that's
useful.
So good.
He's helping them.
So
I'm in for quite the disappointment in Act 3.
So they're in the hallway. The Colonel confronts Steve. And Steve is like,
Colonel's like, how dare you bring a woman in here? And Steve's like, I have a notebook that will change the tide of the war. And the guy's like, I don't care about that, you brought a woman.
Wait, Val, did you up to the point where I said that he looks like David Thewlis not know that was David Thewlis?
Correct.
Oh my god. Well
here's
Sam
what
put it in
happens.
the chat, so.
Because one of you, no, but even in the, like, one of you in the chat was like, I think it's funny, we thought Ludendorff was Ares, but then there's this guy who's just straight up played by David Thewlis, and I was like, oh, interesting.
I mean,
wonder who that is.
Also...
And then watched this whole part and still didn't know.
Okay, so this is where the man who is advocating for peace walks up to them, and he says, hello, Captain Trevor, it's great to meet you. I'm actor David Thewlis.
Thank you.
And this is where I realized that I was fucking stupid, because in my mind, I was like, yeah, he's Ares, the god of war. He's going to disguise himself as somebody else. It had not crossed my mind until this moment
that no one knows what Ares, the god of war, looks like.
Right. Why would Ares need to change his appearance? Because nobody's going to look at him and go, wait a minute, that's Ares, the god of war.
But you're played by David Thewlis.
But yeah, I think it's really fucking smart. This is really good casting, because everyone's gonna, like, we were like, oh yeah, it's the guy who's huffing chemicals and getting his strength back. That's definitely Ares.
I mean, yeah.
The guy
who wouldn't stop talking about war and killing people.
The extremely war-hungry German man who is, it couldn't be this mild-mannered Professor Lupin
and I almost think it's more interesting that the god of it
rocks.
Spoilers.
It's cool. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, because at this stage in the movie, I still don't know what he's doing. Like, why is he advocating for peace?
Wait a minute. What if Ares is Ludendorff, but he was going to not disguise himself and just wear the German military stuff and be Ludendorff, but there was already a guy in the 19-teens who looked like David Thewlis, so he had to change his face.
Well, I think that is...
He's like, fuck, I have a doppelganger, I have to change my appearance.
That's undercut by the fact that we see Ares in the Age of Heroes section of the Snyder Cut, and he is, in fact, David Thewlis.
I did not recognize him one fucking bit, to be fair.
He had that helmet that was moving around on his head.
I mean, Val didn't
it was wiggling around.
Val didn't recognize him in this movie, so...
Yeah, so David Thewlis introduces himself.
The only way I would have recognized him as Ares is if I had seen him from the Snyder Cut.
No, but what I'm saying
that's Ares
is,
from the Snyder Cut.
It's Professor Lupin.
It's Lupin.
He's Lupin.
It's Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know. Like it when we talk about Harry Potter.
I love it when we talk about Harry Potter.
Look, it's his other major role that we know as fucking...
Can't wait for this guy to reveal himself to be a werewolf. Stop! That's a bridge too far.
Dobby. Okay.
Shut.
So he introduces himself. He says that I'm Sir Patrick Morgan, Ares. And Diana says, I am Diana Princess. And Steve is like, Diana Prince, shut up. She's Diana Prince. Yeah. You're Diana Prince.
I thought that was good.
I liked it.
I like the.
I wonder if that's the original origin story of her.
I tried to look it up. I couldn't find a clear answer immediately, so I gave up and lost interest.
I like the Colonel guy's mustache. It's very curly.
It's a hell of a mustache.
They cast that guy, and he was like, "Should I trim my mustache for the role?" And they were like, "Please no."
Patrick Morgan also has
we're filming in a month.
Mustache.
Please don't cut it between now and then.
Steve gives the notebook to Patrick Morgan, who says, "My God, from Dr. Poison herself." And every time they call her Dr. Poison, I love to hear
we
it.
Cheer and
it's
clap.
cool. It's good.
I didn't shout it out last time. As much as we're like, yeah, the disfigurement as a shorthand for she's evil, like,
boring.
But, I do think her character design, where she's got the like gigantic like cartoon green goggles, I think it's great.
I love the fact that she and Ludendorff are cartoon characters. They are literally like, we see it later. They literally act like cartoon characters.
They act like the fucking villains from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, it's so good,
but like much more fatal.
But like, literally gassing people to death.
I also just want to say this is really random, but I did a murder mystery show last night that was set in the 30s, and the guests were reminding each other not to say anachronistic stuff, like they were referencing movies and being like, the Matrix isn't out for another 60 years, dumbass. And one of them said something at one point about glass slipper, and then the other one said they didn't have glass back then.
So fucking true.
So true, bestie.
I didn't say anything, but it was really funny. And now I'm just imagining what the fuck
vampires existed.
What are her goggles made out of if they didn't have glass? Anyway.
Bakelite.
It's just clear.
It's plastic. It's plastic.
It's plastic.
They didn't have plastic back then. So Dr. Poison is testing her new gas on a gas mask. There's a gas mask in a little chamber. And she fills it with the gas. The lenses like crack, and the whole fucking mask catches on fire.
Yeah,
and then she and Ludendorff are just like cheering and high fiving.
I think it just melts the mask. I think she turns on a burner and it ignites.
Oh, maybe.
I'm almost certain that's what happens.
Yeah, she does like a second thing. I thought it was just like more gas.
No, I think it's a burner. Anyway,
okay.
I hate to say it. I hate this fucking word. I hate when people say this.
Don't say it then.
Okay, this movie kind of reminds me of a Studio Ghibli movie. It's an anti-war movie with an ingenue. It's not anywhere near as like good faith as as like Hayao Miyazaki's movies are, but it gives me vibes. It is anti-war. It has a sort of fish out of water ingenue protagonist who questions.
There's no scene of anyone eating food, though.
Yeah, where's all the delicious food? Maybe that'll come later. Have you ever considered that maybe it's also George of the Jungle? So
what?
It's Ghibli, but it's also George of the Jungle.
It's George of the Lucas.
It's Diana checks in. She's gonna go to a fancy hotel and cause a big ruckus.
What if Diana Prince was played by an orangutan? Like, what if
it is.
What if Hippolyta was a very bad sculptor?
Or Themyscira. Okay, here we go. Themyscira is an island of anthropomorphic animal people, and then she can still be Hippolyta.
Oh yeah. And Antiope.
Hey! Wow. Yeah.
And then there's Mina Lipe, which is just played by me.
Oh, it's me. Yeah, it's you. It's the girl watching this.
So yeah, we go back to the British military men room. They're trying to figure out the notebook. The colonel's like, our cryptographers have not been able to translate it. All they've been able to figure out is that it's two different languages. They can't tell what the languages are, though.
You literally, I guess, literally can't read cuneiform.
Yeah, Diana just glances at it and she's like, oh, that's Ottoman and Sumerian.
It's extremely clearly Ottoman and Sumerian. I'm not a fucking...
Later.
Right, when they said it was a mix of two languages... that's kind of misleading because we see a shot of what's in the notebook and it's literally just one page is written in one language and the other is written in a different language.
Yeah,
hey, maybe they're very beginner cryptologists, so they can tell that much. Yeah, they're like, these are two different kinds of words.
It's the 1910s, but I think people knew what cuneiform was by then. Maybe they
did. I think that there's no fucking excuse in World War I for the British military intelligence people to not be able to translate Ottoman Turkish.
Well, let's see.
That seems like a big problem.
Point made. So she glances at it and she goes, "Oh, it's Ottoman and Sumerian." And they're like, "Who is this lady?" And she's like, "I'm Diana." And Steve is like, "She's my secretary." She's my secretary.
People have known what cuneiform is since 1711. No, 1638.
Well, 1638. Yeah, baby.
Well, I mean, people in the Western world. I mean,
what was people that? In England. That song?
What? It's
what are you talking about? Val didn't say anything.
No, it's that thing. I forget. Oh, Fetty Wap. He goes 1738.
Okay.
But it was close to 16, so I thought it would be close enough to do a reference.
Yeah, Fetty wet ass pussy.
Yes.
Great. So, there's a harumphing general who's like, your secretary can read Ottoman and Sumerian? I don't see how she would put all that information on your uterus.
I need to go home so my wife can milk me.
The colonel says, let's hear her out. She flips through the book. She says it's a formula for a new hydrogen-based mustard gas. They're going to release it at the front, but it doesn't say when.
What's up, Val?
She also doesn't know what the front means, but
the front of what?
The front of what? I can read English, right? Fluently.
Brag much?
If somebody handed me a notebook that had a chemical formula for mustard gas, a new kind of mustard gas that had hydrogen instead of sulfur, even if the notes were in English, I still wouldn't be able to fucking read it.
I have to assume that it was literally labeled in Sumerian. It's like, the following is my new formula for a hydrogen-based mustard gas instead of sulfur.
Wait.
I guess.
What's a mustard without sulfur?
This.
Okay.
So
it's brown mustard.
General Harumph says that they can't send troops into German-occupied Belgium as they're actively negotiating a surrender with Germany, which makes sense. The surrender of Germany, I should say. And this was bullshit. I hated this, where Steve is like, General, if they finish making this gas, millions of soldiers will die on both sides. And he's like,
both sides.
That is what soldiers are for, Captain. And I'm like,
we like it. We like it when they do that, Captain.
If there's one thing that a British general in World War I should care about, it's having as many soldiers as possible.
You live on a tiny island, my man.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is a little much for him to be like, whatever.
I don't know, because it's either they let this mustard gas go and a bunch of people die and then the peace happens, or they don't. They try to stop it and their invasion fails, and then the peace treaty doesn't happen, and the war continues.
But that's the thing, though,
is like is released, so more people die, and the war continues.
But no, the first thing that you said doesn't make any sense. There's no reason that they would be like, release the mustard gas, and then they'd be like, that was fucked up. Anyway, back to the peace talks.
You're telling me that the objective is to win the war with the least casual? I thought it was like golf, where if you have the least people at the end, you win.
I've been doing works that you want to kill.
I thought it was like golf, where you have the maximum number of points possible.
I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing here. They gave me this position because I have a mustache. I really need to resign.
I have a mustache that won't quit.
My father had this job before me.
And like my jowls are out of control.
I walked in here by accident. They just gave me like that.
Oh, they've won the war. Style is what soldiers do.
So the general says, we are going to send wave after wave of our own men to the battlefront, and you're going to like it. Teeps Trevor. So shut your fuck.
Yeah,
you Patrick Morgan is like, look, I understand this gas thing is important, but the most important thing right now is making sure that the armistice happens, so we can't risk that. So permission denied. Mm-hmm. And Steve is yes, sir. But Diana, well.
Is this the part where you think that Gal Gadot did a good job acting? Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think I really felt like her acting was bad. I was mad about a different thing.
Yeah, this was just my guess at the thing that made you go, oh, okay, this is fine. Because I thought was good.
I think I know the one he's talking about now.
And I think the chemistry between Steve and Diana is very good in this acting situation. I liked it. It wasn't too overdone in either direction.
I think she was fine here.
Yeah, angry.
So to say what actually happens.
Angry is easy to act.
Yes.
True.
So Diana is like, hey, the fuck is wrong with you? You're just gonna let these guys die because they're not you?
You'll beta. She calls him a beta cuck, which I thought was really anachronistic.
Yeah. That's what I was cinema-sensing.
Get the fuck out. I'm gonna go save your armies. And she's like, back on Zootopia, the generals are on the front lines of the wars. They're not in the rooms telling people what to do.
Okay, this was what made me mad. That is bullshit. Back where she comes from, the generals run training drills for nothing.
I think it would have been better if it was a big anthropomorphic hippo telling.
This is what I don't get though about the way that she relates to Themyscira and the other Amazons is that I feel like it would I feel like that what this moment should have been is her being like, I left Themyscira to get away from cowards who aren't willing to fight their own battles or whatever. Like, it's weird that she's still idealizing this version of Themyscira that has never existed in her lifetime, which as we must remember is thousands of years long at this point.
I mean, I think that I don't think she has beef with Themyscira. I think she just went to do the thing because she felt that she had to and no one else would.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is I don't know why she doesn't have beef with because that is the whole thing with Themyscira, is that they're just hiding on their island and they're like, we're not going to leave even if there is a war that it is our duty to stop because we're basically scared and we want to hide on our island and just let it be someone else's problem. It's just weird that Diana is like, this is not like Themyscira. It is.
Ares,
I think
Ares took Ares. She still took care of Ares, but that didn't. It's kind of tragic because that didn't even help him because Steppy came back.
I know. I don't understand how there are other movies after this one. But
also Val, if she was raised on Zootopia, raised by animals, another George in the Jungle.
Exactly. Except George of the Jungle is a human, but I
think Diana would also be a human.
Okay, yeah. Orangutan sculpting a human out of clay, singing the I Want to Be Like You song. I think the thing about Themyscira...
Maybe Steve is an orangutan. He lands on, I'm thinking, I'm picturing this scenario where an orangutan crashes his plane in the ocean, and she's like, a little monkey, and so she dives down and saves him, and he goes, ooh, 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 and points to the boats, coming over the horizon, and she's like, we gotta shoot him.
And then he says, you saved me. Why?
If he's not on their side, why is he wearing their colors in this funny oversized uniform? Why does he have a specifically orangutan tailored? Are you a man?
No, you're not? Okay, that's fine.
Well, orangutan does mean man of the forest.
It's true.
Oh my god!
And then he says, you saved me, why? And she looks down at him and goes, monkey.
He doesn't say anything. He goes, ooh, 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 and then he punches her and caves her head.
But she speaks all languages.
Yeah, she speaks orangutan.
You just see, he's like,
and then he puts on a pair of sunglasses upside down.
It's the beach fight scene. But he's like an orangutan shooting a gun, and then he just punches like a German soldier and caves his skull completely in.
Jesus,
it's horrifying.
She takes Dr. Poison's notebook and she's like, it is a mix of orangutan and squirrel.
Oh, and what if Dr. Poison was also
just regular writing letters, but then really tiny letters.
Get that orangutan!
What kind of animal is Dr. Poison?
Dr. Poison's a duck. We've obviously she's a duck. She looks like a duck
with her Pringles face.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But no, she needs to be something poisonous.
Oh,
yeah, I think she would be like a frog.
Yeah, like
an orange frog.
Wait, a platypus.
Those are venomous, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well,
wait, are platypi or frogs?
Venomous animals are technically also poisonous because you don't it's just poison that can only be effective if it enters your bloodstream directly, or poison that is effective if it is digested.
This is some lava and magma shit, and I regret getting into it at all. So Steve drags Diana out of the room.
I think that what Diana is saying when she's like, on Themyscira, the generals are in the front, I think it's because they have, like, training classes, but then they also have, like, sit-down classes where they learn, like...
history.
This is your assigned reading. It's The Art of War and literally no other books.
How to jack off.
And so I'm sure that they are taught in the hypothetical environment of a war where the generals would be, according to Themyscira. That's my take on that.
But then he was like, "Hey,
also,
I was lying."
Maybe Dr. Morrow is like a salamander or something.
Yeah, that would probably work.
So Steve drags Diana out of the room. She's like, "You didn't stand your ground. You're a beta cuck." Yeah. She says Ares would never allow a negotiation or a surrender to happen.
I can't believe I milked you.
I can't believe I milked you for nothing. And then he says, "Look, I told them we're not going, but I'm a spy. I lie to people." And then she says, "How?" This is one of those moments in movies that I always hate, where a character asks a very stupid question just to set someone else up to do something. Because she's like, "How can I possibly know that you're not lying right now?" And then he wraps the lasso around his wrist and says that they're going to the front. But it's like, she knows that she has the lasso.
Well, but I like this. I love this. I love that, like, he does it, and, like, we're going to the front, and then he's immediately like, this is probably a very bad idea.
It's a terrible idea. We're gonna die.
I'm thirsty. Yeah. I need to pee.
I do like that they have the funny, he can't stop himself from saying all of his thoughts that he normally wouldn't say.
Was charming.
And I also liked that it wasn't like, "Oh, this is a terrible idea. We're gonna die. I want to lick your face." What? Oh, like, he wouldn't be thinking about that, and I'm glad they didn't force it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He says we need reinforcements, so they go to a pub, and there's a guy named Samir who's trying to scam a bunch of British guys.
This
like,
is
my
weird.
uncle, the Nigerian prince.
This is very strange, because I think that they're trying to evoke Sammy Davis Jr. through him. Like, I'm almost certain of him. But he's also
Sammy
like,
Jr.
This is pre-Sammy Davis Jr. I mean, they call him Sammy. I don't know a
thing about Sammy Davis Jr., so I have no frame of reference for whatever you're referring to.
But I like Sammy a lot.
He's good. I like the team that they put together.
Yes, they put together Sammy, a guy with PTSD, and
I really like this trope of, like, good guys are doing something that's, like, of questionable legality, so they have to get some, like, shady characters to help them, but they're, like, ultimately also good. I think it's fun, and I think they do it well in this.
And it makes sense because Steve is a spy. He doesn't have, like, a squeaky clean image.
Yeah, we get some roguish
and he would have come
weirdos.
Across some weird people in the middle in his time.
Yeah. So Samir is mad at Steve for interrupting his scamming, but then he sees Diana and says hubba hubba, and his tongue falls out of his mouth, and he does a big whistle.
He says awooga in 6 different languages.
Mm-hmm. So Steve is like, Samir is an incredibly good manipulator. He can charm the pants off of a pants machine. And he's skilled in as many languages as you.
That machine's only purpose is pants.
That's right.
That's incredible.
So
when I point at my robot dog.
He and Diana kind of start bantering. It's in Spanish, then it's in Mandarin. But then she says something in ancient Greek, and he's like, you got me. I don't know that one.
Scotomatus Darksitos, am I right?
Darksitos.
Did you guys like my dog joke?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Giga said, that machine's only job is pants. And then I said, me at my robot dog.
I will be honest, it took me until you asked me if I liked it to understand the joke.
I get it.
It was really good. I like it. It was really good. It's a real thinker.
There's a good moment here where Steve's like, okay, so we've got Samir. Do you know where Charlie is? And then there's like a bar fight that breaks out.
Yeah,
and Steve's like, oh, there he is. And Diana's like, well, at least this guy seems like he's a good fighter. And Steve's like,
there's a big skinhead guy beating up.
He's
like,
not the one winning the fight.
Yeah,
he's not the one winning. Yeah,
he like points to the guy who's like getting completely pounded into the dirt, and he's like, nah, it's Charlie.
I like it.
Yeah.
So... And then they're like, he's like, he's not on the team because he's a good fighter. He's on the team because he's a marksman, which means he can shoot a gun.
From very far away.
A gun is like a tube that's got a
I'm very good at shooting the gun.
It's like a slingshot that fires tiny swords out of it, he explains.
Yeah.
It's like a slingshot that fires tiny swords out of it.
It's like a crossbow, but smaller and also more deadly.
What is a crossbow?
It's like a very wide sword slingshot.
What is a slingshot?
Oh my god! So anyway,
sword that's made of flexible swords.
What is a sword?
It's like a god killer, but less effective.
Oh, okay.
It's like a shitty god killer.
We call it a guy killer.
Guy killer, yeah. So she's like, sniping sounds very dishonorable because you aren't facing them in single combat like an honorable man.
No, lass. A 360 no-scope is the most honorable thing a man can do.
So Steve tells them about their mission. They're like, oh, cool, so you're going to give us a whole bunch of money? And he's like, or friendship?
Friendship? Ending the war? And friendship?
The friends we made along the way?
Samir says
inside of our hearts all along.
Samir says if you can't give me money, then I'll take a picture of this beautiful lady as payment. And Diana says, well, you won't need one because I'm going too. And also, you will get a famous, iconic photo of me that will move the plot along of the overall franchise. Because lest we forget, this whole movie is a flashback.
I mean,
and let me just say, ding, because Samir is like. He says it to Diana in French. He's like, "Oh, you want to use the photo of your beautiful face?" And like Diana's like,
is that
"You
French?
need the photo." Yeah. You won't need the photo because I'm going to use you. And then Samir is like, "Wait, what?" And
Zut alors,
Zut alors, crème brûlée,
grapefruit.
Qu'est-ce que tu sais?
Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse, yeah.
And Steve says, yeah, we're bringing her with us to the war. Steve, do you speak French?
Allez-vous?
He might.
Bonbon.
He might. Half ding. But nobody tells Charlie what's going on in this conversation.
Charlie is...
Or me.
Charlie is...
No, there was subtitles.
Very concussed right now. And Charlie's like, well, I'm not risking my life to help a bloody woman go die. And then another guy walks in and he's like, there's that thief. And he points a gun in Charlie's face. And then Diana kicks his ass.
Mm-hmm. It's the guy from the fight earlier. Yeah. So he, left to get a gun and then come back? And he's like, there he is.
No, it's England. You have to keep your gun in the safe.
But then Diana, like, looks at the guy holding the gun to Charlie's head and then smash cut to Diana holding the gun and the guy in two separate arms. So they're like, oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Guess we gotta
Edda is here
help her.
with Sir Thulis. He says, I'm here to help unofficially and secretly. Steve tells him the plan. Patrick says, Edda, you can use my office to run the mission, and here's an envelope full of cash. Good luck.
And Edda says, huh? What? Me run the... What? What?
I mean, I thought his experience as that mustache man who we elected to be big commander man.
In charge, yeah. I like this because I think it's like... It's easy to be like, oh, Wonder Woman is a woman, so other women see her, and that's girl power. But this is like, Edda's completely unrelated to Wonder Woman in any way, but is also competent, extremely competent in her own job, and is, because of this, they're able to translate her skills into something that is like, ostensibly, I mean, like, pretty visibly, like, a big deal of, like, running the, actually being involved with running the op.
Yeah, like
whatever.
She's using her skills in a meaningful way, and it doesn't have to be fucking like punching good and fighting.
Right. Or like, oh, she's great at sewing. She's gonna sew all the fucking clothes for people. Or, like...
I mean,
I like it. I like Edda. I also like...
Remember in Game of Thrones when there was an empowerment scene where Lyanna Mormont says that the women will not sew warm clothes for the men because that's sexism.
That's the thing. It's like in Song of Ice and Fire, Sansa's good at sewing, and I think it's one of her cool positive things because it's something that she likes to do.
Anyway, but in the show, she's got a big ring on her necklace because it looks cool.
Okay,
yeah.
Anyway, my notes,
I like Edda. I'm glad that she's in more of the show.
Yes, me too. I think that the empowering of women through non-masculine activities is non-traditionally masculine activities is very good.
Yes.
And they're all gonna fuck at the
is this next scene the one that has good acting?
No, but I did like it. I do need to say because you both have my notes for this episode because you are incredibly lazy and couldn't be bothered.
I haven't been reading them.
I took notes basically up until this exact moment.
And I haven't read a single word of your notes, Sam.
I repeatedly refer to the team because they don't have a name. They're not like we're the team of it. I kept calling them the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
I did find out. I don't know if I've mentioned this over the course of these DCEU episodes. I've been. I'm sure you've noticed that I'm constantly like, oh, that's a character from the comics or whatever.
Yeah.
This person works at Star Labs.
Like you're a fucking nerd.
Whenever they say a character name, I pretty much always look them up on the wiki to see what the context of that character is. And I found a lot of information that is not explicit in the movies and that is sourced on the wiki to the novelizations of the movies.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
There's a lot of lore that is exclusive to the novels. And this team does have a canonical name.
What is it?
That is never used in the film.
It's the Suicide Squad.
They are the Wonder Men.
The Wonder Men.
They are the Wonder Men.
The Wonder Men.
They're the Wonder Men.
They're called the Wonder Men.
They're called the Wonder Men.
If they were, you've made the movie worse for me.
Oh my God, Sam!
Well, that's the novel, not the movie.
Sam,
Men.
why didn't you say, hey, Val and Giga, guess what this group of men who help Wonder Woman is called? So that one of us could go, ha ha, the Wonder Men, and then you could be like, yes, fucker.
Here, let's try that. Hey, guess what this group of men that help Wonder Woman is called?
Milk Boys.
That's right.
What?
I lied. It was Milk Boys.
Oh my God.
What?
It's because, I did notice all their udders were very swollen.
Well, they're very milkable. So, speaking of milk, Diana, this is another, I think this is a...
Hey, what? When you said that, I didn't realize that was a good transition, but it was.
What happens when you freeze milk?
The same thing that happens to everything else. So, Diana and Steve are walking. Well, they're all walking to the boat, and I think this is another fish out of water thing that's done exactly the right amount. If they had done more of this, it would have been really annoying. If they'd done.
This was lovely.
Yeah. So they're walking down the pier or whatever, and there's a guy who's like, "Fresh made ice cream, miss, you want some ice cream?" And he holds out an ice cream cone, and Steve's like, "You hungry? You want some?" And Diana's like, "Yes." And so she gets a cone of ice cream, and she takes a little bite, and she's like, oh my God. And it's just great because, ice cream is tasty, right? If you've never had it.
So fucking true.
It's so everyone, good.
Go out and get some ice cream. If you haven't tried it, you are fucking missing out. This shit whips.
It's good. If you're allergic to milk, take one of those little pills first, but then try it.
Also,
sure.
I would like to say that
if you're allergic to milk, you should not be listening to these episodes.
Maybe it's the wartime economy, but
you're in the splash zone, my friend.
18 pence.
Front 3 rows may get milked.
So let me see. So
I thought it was 8 pence.
Yeah, sorry, 8 pence. So let's see.
8 pence for an ice cream.
$3,000.
So 1 pence in 1 pound in 1917 is 71 pounds and 16 pence today.
Okay.
So
what's 8 pence?
So what's that divided by? Be about $5, £5 and 69 pence. So.
Okay, that's kind of expensive.
Yeah, she got fucking ripped off. But she
maybe the inflation is not quite the same.
I guess for handmade.
It's artisanal ice cream, and also it's like you're on the pier, so it's like you can't get ice cream.
You're making a lot of assumptions here. Also, I'm almost positive they were at a train station.
Yeah, they were at a train station. Well, they were at a train station at the pier.
Well, anyway, she eats it and she's like, "Wow, it's really good."
In Spirited Away.
Yes, and she turns... Oh, this is a scene of somebody eating food. So she turns back to the guy and she's like, "You should be very proud. Yeah. You should be very proud."
You should
like,
he
invented
I
ice
thought
cream.
that was very sweet. Literally.
It was really sweet.
Oh, I thought it was a very creamy scene.
This was the point where Lauren did point out to me that she is just being Buddy the Elf from Elf. Yeah. Where she like goes into Seattle's, or the like world's best cup of coffee, and she's like, "Congratulations!"
Yeah.
So they get off the train. Steve says that they're supposed to be meeting with a smuggler who he calls Chief. Diana is like, wow, a liar, a thief, and a smuggler? What are we, some kind of suicide squad?
So she's like, first we got Samir, who's the liar. Then we got Charlie, who's a killer. Then we got Chief, who's a smuggler. Liar, Chief, liar, killer, and smuggler. What a group of
Tinker,
shits.
Tailor, soldier, man.
Yeah. And Steve is like, well, what about me? And Diana's like, I wasn't talking about you. And he's like, I'm literally all three of those things. I lied and killed and smuggled, like, on your island.
So, you cut out there for a second, and what I heard was, I'm literally Alf. Which brings up another discussion. Costume. Yeah, what if
he eats a cat and then they get on the boat?
Steve Rogers was Alf, and Diana was very curious about why he was eating cats this entire time.
I have taken a form that will be more pleasing to your Amazon eyes. So they like cross a bridge, and Diana sees all the soldiers who are like returning from the front. They've got like horrific injuries, limbs missing, bleeding everywhere. Steve's like, yeah, that's what we're doing this for.
That's war.
She says, what kind of weapon kills innocents? And Steve says, in this war, all of them.
I don't like how this sort of... I mean, I guess it is kind of her idealized sort of... She's never actually seen war, but I don't like that the Amazons are teaching them that only innocents die in wars.
Only innocents die in wars?
Sorry, innocent people don't die in wars, because no matter where you go in history, war fucking sucks.
I
think this is, again, her only experiencing war in, like, the classroom setting.
I think that it is good that she has this romanticized view of war that is very much put up against the most gruesome war that has ever been fought.
So far.
Well,
but
in terms of
next year.
In terms of just what happened in the war, World War I is maybe the most horrific. Like, just in terms of what happened, like, on the battlefield and to combatants. World War I is unparalleled in how horrible, and
it's pretty bad. Not our best work as a human race.
Yeah.
So Ludendorff walks into this room. This scene,
but just wait until you see the atomic bomb, Diana.
I loved this scene.
This rocks so hard.
This is the scene where me, knowing that David Thewlis was in the movie somewhere, was looking at this group of guys, because it's all these like German guys who are like, which way should we do war? No, it's time for armistice, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, which one of them has enough lines that I can guess that he's David Thewlis?
You're trying to guess who's David Thewlis based on character prominence at this point?
Yes. Yes, I am.
It's gotta be
and
Steve.
I was doing great.
So Ludendorff walks into this room. They're all negotiating the armistice. He tells them it's a mistake. They could win this war easily if they give him a chance. There's this one guy who the subtitles identify as General von Hindenburg, real guy.
Yeah, rest in peace. Good.
Did he make the big? Did he make? Yeah,
I assume it was named after him. I think he was the president of Germany, who ended up like putting Hitler in power. Great guy.
Okay.
Real good.
Well, now
work
he's
from
dead.
That guy.
So.
Thanks for the blame playing out.
So he tells them, he tells Ludendorff, like, none of us support you're working with that witch. The war is going to be over 24 hours from now. Ludendorff says, yeah, the war's going to be over for you. And he walks out the door. Dr. Poison throws a gas grenade in, and Ludendorff chucks in one gas mask, and they bar the door from the outside.
It's so good.
And Dr. Poison is like, what's the gas mask for? It won't do anything with that gas. And he goes, they don't know that, and they fucking cackle.
Oh my God.
They giggle at each other as the door is being like is like wiggling around behind him. He's like holding it back.
As we see these like generals all like fighting over this one gas mask that is not going to do anything. It's fucking dark, and I loved it. I thought this was really good.
So yeah, and we've killed the guy who played a great part in the political instability that gave rise to Hitler.
You got to give it to Ludendorff on that one.
What? How? So
don't worry about it.
Very goofy, very kind of silly, but also horrible of a scene. And then she, like, looks through the little window to see them, like, freaking out and running away and stuff. And the glass starts to shatter like it did in the gas mask. And Ludendorff's like, okay, we have to go. The glass is shattering. We're gonna fucking die.
But I wanted to watch the poison.
He chugs another ampule, and then Ludendorff says, well, let's go prepare for our demonstration with the Kaiser.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this next scene. Okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh. This the acting?
The Wonder
is this
Men,
acting?
The Wonder Men meet their new guy, the Chief. They're at a campsite. It's nighttime. Everyone's like hugging and high-fiving and shaking hands and holding
So yeah,
hands.
his name, I thought his nickname was Chief, but maybe it's like a well, I don't know if it's a title. But anyway, his nickname is Chief, and he's a Native American person.
Mm-hmm.
And he shakes Diana's hand, and he says...
in a way that I have to assume is, like, in his culture, how they do it.
Because
he, like, grabs her wrist and she grabs his wrist.
The subtitle is sending me.
There are no subtitles when he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
There is one subtitle.
Oh, was it speaks indigenous
language? Yeah.
Okay, well, let me tell you what he says.
What does he say?
Because he shakes her hand, and he says, hi, I am the Blackfoot trickster demigod Nappa in disguise.
Oh!
Or, Nappy, I think. I think it was Nappy.
Okay.
And she replies, I'm Diana. And this was a subject of discussion when the movie came out, when people found out what he said, because the question, of course, was, is that real? Is this a moment of him like, I see you for who you are, here is who I am, and they will not know? Or is it just him... like, fucking with her.
Right.
And the actor who played Chief, Eugene Braverock, said on Twitter, in the script, it is explicit that he is the disguised trickster demigod, Nappy.
That fucking rocks. That's kinda cool.
What?
It is a wild moment to just sneak into a little unsubtitled line of dialogue that everyone immediately
it's like,
moves past.
That is like reverse, like, it's like American Gods type shit, but it also kind of lends to the
holy fuck.
That kind of lends to kind of how I'm kind of starting to read this as like an epic, kind of like it's very like evocative of like the Iliad and stuff, and her just kind of meeting this disguised
just other
god,
mythical creatures,
in the middle of like war-torn Europe, like it's a place that like gods are like gravitating to because it's a place where a lot of cool shit's happening, or not a cool shit, a lot of shit's happening.
Wait a minute, you said you didn't like World War I.
I don't like World War I, I promise. I just say cool shit instinctively. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the one Native American character being a mystic god, but
well, here's the thing. Because I was reading an article about him talking about working on the movie.
This is his first. This is his first major role, by the way.
Yes, and he said that when he got the script, because obviously when he auditioned, he didn't know what the movie was because it was under wraps. But he said that he looked through the script and he went to Patty Jenkins and he was like, I've got some feedback on the script, and she was like, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, so yeah, this was his change. Like, he
oh my god, Wait, this is awesome.
Backstory.
That's so cool.
That is so cool. This is like, you know, like old spaghetti westerns and stuff, they would have like Native American characters, and they would have like Native American actors where they would be like, okay, so now in this scene you're delivering a message, and just say something in your native language. Just say the line that, you know, deliver the message. I don't know how to say it. You just say it, and then like they don't bother translating it, or like they put the subtitles on it and then like later play it for Native American audiences who don't understand the scene, because without subtitles the guy is just saying, they're not paying me enough for this shit, and then dying. Like, this is like the opposite of that. This is like the cool version of that. That is so cool. Like this guy is like, actually, I'm not a side character.
I wonder if he just says that to everyone, or like he recognizes that Diana's like a demigod or something.
I think he probably recognized.
He's like, I feel a wrist made out of clay when I touch one.
Well,
yeah. It's a shame to know that he's probably never going to appear after this movie, but I thought that was really cool.
He fucking rocks, dude.
I like this discarded character information a lot better than fucking the Secretary of Defense Manhunter situation.
Or the Wonder Man.
Sucks.
This is cool.
This is cool.
This is good.
This is real.
Like
that's goddamn, Sam. That is a pull. That is so fucking
I'm now
cool.
going to be sad when he doesn't like do some magical shit later, but that's okay.
Well,
we'll just know that he can.
Yeah, even if we don't get to see much of it,
the fact that
I think it's cool to know that, like, presumably that's like his deal is similar to her. He presumably is like, oh, there's like a god of war who is destroying the whole world. I need to go help with that, however I can.
Oh yeah. He also mentions. Oh, is this later in the? Oh yeah, it's later. Sorry, never mind.
Okay, but yeah, I think he's cool. I like that. We find out basically that his role as a smuggler is pretty much they say, like, she's like, what are you smuggling? And Steve shows her it's like he's got British tea for the Germans, German beers for the British, and then books and guns for everyone. And there's some good stuff with him later where he's like giving stuff to the displaced townsfolk and all that. Yeah, I like Chief. I think he's great.
Chief is really cool.
Yeah. So he's like, Steve, how did you find this woman? And he's like, oh, she found me. And Diana's like, I plucked him out of the ocean. And Steve is like, shush, 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 shush.
Go to sleep, Diana.
Tell that story later.
They're all trying to go to sleep. Diana's hearing explosions. Chief says those are German 77s.
They're laying there. And
she's like strange thunder or something like that.
Yes, and right before she says that, there's also like Charlie like is snoring or something. Mm-hmm. But I thought he just like farted, and then Diana is like, strange thunder. I was like, come on, Diana. Amazon's definitely fart.
I think this is a cool moment, though, in terms of like Diana, like right on the edge of the war, like getting like a distant idea of like what's going on, you know?
Its impact, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, she's like, who do you fight for? He says, I'm just here for the money. The last war took everything from my people. She says, who did that to your people? And he fucking points at Steve and is like, those guys.
That guy, yeah.
His people, yeah. Steve is, complicated character. I like that
Steve personally did it.
Steve did it.
Yeah. Fucked
Steve
up.
did it.
Not very wonderful of these men.
No. I think it was really, yeah.
This is where Charlie starts like thrashing around in his sleep, and Diana wakes him up, and he's like, don't touch me, and he grabs a gun and like storms off into the woods, and Steve's like, don't worry, he's fine.
He's fine. He just has PTSD. It's normal.
And
I mean, they didn't know what PTSD was.
Chief says he sees ghosts, so yeah, that's.
I mean, nobody knew what PTSD was, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the next morning, the Wonder Men walk deeper into the no man's land. There's like civilians fleeing. There's people like whipping some horses that are stuck in the mud. There's like a child screaming for help, a soldier bleeding on the ground. Diana's like, we have to help, we have to help, we have to help. And Samir's like, nope, nothing we can do. Just gotta keep moving. We don't have time for this.
I kind of thought Diana would maybe be able to help the guy with an injury, but I guess like it's more of Themyscira that's healing. Like she doesn't have like healing powers, so she really can't. She's just like, oh no,
yeah,
oh gosh.
They go down into the trenches. Everyone is like, hey, it's the smuggler. They're like high-fiving Chief and buying beer and stuff from him. And then this woman like grabs Diana and pulls her aside. She's like, please, the Germans, they've taken everything from us. They destroyed our homes. They destroyed our food. They took everyone who couldn't escape as slaves. Yeah, and then a little thing pops up that says side quest unlocked.
The
Save Veld.
So like up to this point, like Steve is like basically pulling her off to the side and saying like no every time she tries to help someone. And like the moment that he's not there to do that, she immediately like tries to help someone and goes and helps some.
Yeah, so she's like, Steve, I just heard the most terrible story. Like this woman just said that her whole village got like ransacked and you know they have no food and nothing.
They've been turned into slaves. It sucks.
Steve's like, yeah, it's World War I. That's what's happening. And she's like, well, we have to do something about it. And he's like, okay, well, we can't.
Like, why do you call it World War I?
No reason.
I mean, it's the Great War. Yeah, but and he's like, this is no man's land. We haven't gotten any advancements on, you know, the soldiers have been here for months and they haven't gotten an inch because the Germans are just shooting at anybody that tries to cross. And she's like, okay, but have you considered being epic?
I wanna give a point of credit because when he said this is no man's land, they call it because no man can cross it. I was like, oh god, they're setting up
is
for
Diana gonna say
I am no man.
They don't pull it off. Didn't
happen.
She just does it, which is good.
We should also explain that the reason that he's like in such a hurry is basically like we need to get a certain distance down the trench in time to make it to the next crossing, or we're not gonna. Like, who knows how much time we'll lose. So the whole thing that he's saying is, like, it's hard, but we have to leave these people behind because the
way we're going to help them is by ending the war.
Right. Like, if we take the time to help everyone, then who knows how many preventable deaths are going to happen anyway. Yeah. And I think this moment here is one of the things that I think is really well done about this movie.
Yes.
In terms of the way that it uses the fantasy of a superhero, because this whole moment is like it's the conflict of, do we save these individuals, do we save the world at large and sacrifice these people? And Wonder Woman basically says, no,
porque no los dos,
I'm a superhero, what if we didn't have to choose?
Yeah. I love
so
that.
It's very exciting and like, yeah, like, oh my god, like that's what a superhero is supposed to be. Why does every other movie get this shit wrong? What the fuck?
It reads like again like a Greek epic, like the Iliad. Like she is a demigod. She is like something above. Like she doesn't have to choose because like Steve is like trying to prevent the most deaths, and but he's
like, I am just one man, you know, we are just 4 Wonder Men. Like, this is all we can do. And she's like, okay, that's all you can do, but it's not all I can do.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a superwoman.
Yeah, I'm
a wondrous woman.
I'm sure I've said the word refreshing about 100 times over the past 2 episodes, at least in my head, if not out loud on the podcast. But it really is like, this is what I want out of a superhero movie. I like don't get me wrong, like the pathos is great, and like, oh no, like, oh, Peter Parker, like how does he as a human being bound, like that's all good. But
that struggle doesn't have to come from like you can.
I think this is something that's missing from so many of these other movies, is like, here's why a superhero is good. Here's why we like this.
Yes.
They're better than regular people. They're more powerful than regular people.
They can like save people. Like, I'm just thinking about fucking Batman in BVS, where like the only people we see him save are those women who are locked up, and we don't even see him save them.
No, the cops.
He just tangentially saves them by torturing a guy to death.
Yeah, he actually doesn't save reasons. Them. He puts another lock on that door.
But like, yeah, it's this.
They don't even want to leave.
Of people who have the means to like do things that most people can't, and use them to get ends, which doesn't...
So I loved this
This is a great way of showing her as more powerful and more capable than regular people. Like, so much better than just the normal way of doing it, which
or, like, as an aspirational
figure. You can destroy... Yeah, like, more than just like, look, he's destroying a building with his punch and not just one guy.
Because, like, the beautiful thing is, like, we're not there yet, but she doesn't do it on her own. Like, she comes up to a limit, like, she can't push further. And
because
then everyone,
this is a team-up movie.
It's not even the team, it's everyone. It's the people that she's trying to save that are inspired to, like, take action on their own to try, you know, to fight, to do something.
Yeah.
And that's how they end up, like, pushing forward and going through it.
Yeah, so
let's talk about what happens.
Yes, so she lets her hair down and takes off her glasses, and she was beautiful the whole time. She puts on Antiope's tiara.
Five different actors in the trenches all kind of do Gal Gadot's acting for her with their what the fuck?
I did like how he's like, Diana, I'm sorry, but like this is not what we came here to do. And she's like, this is what I came here to do. And she takes off her fur coat and she's wearing her Wonder Woman costume. She climbs out of the trench. I did realize, this is the movie poster.
Oh yeah.
She's like walking through the no man's land.
She gets like fucking
fan.
Like it's kind of goofy that she has like a fan blowing her hair as she's doing superhero like supermodel walk forward.
This part was very. I was like, I'll allow it, but it's. I was kind of also in the back of my head like ding 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 ding. Like she would not. I'm sorry, she would have gotten shot in the leg.
Oh yeah, I mean they are exclusively like
she's
braces.
Epic walking.
Braces, not braces.
Yeah,
that's her mouth.
But you know,
she's epically walking, and she holds up like her bracer to block one bullet, and then another bullet, and then another. Like the point of these trenches was that if you lifted your head like a certain number of inches off the ground, you would just like be hit with like a rain of bullets.
Like,
it would be like. It's like
it is very much stormtroopers
rain.
Aiming for the lightsabers.
I was fully expecting her to like start it'd be climactic, and for her to start rising out and just get like she has to block like 50 shots and gets knocked back down into the trench.
Right.
I did think it was very funny that what basically happens is like as the Germans realize like what the fuck, this woman is just like approaching us and we're just shooting at her and she's deflecting all of our shots. They basically are like, okay, well, just fucking shoot her until she's dead. And they're just all, like, focusing 100% on her. And that's where Steve is like, wait a minute. They are, like, completely tunnel visioned on her right now. Let's just fucking go. Yeah. So, like, all of the Wonder Men climb out of the trench. They're, like, running behind her. But the Germans, like, don't even notice them because they're like, get that... What the fuck is happening?
Why is this woman so wondrous? They're also like they're shooting her with the guns. They're shooting her with the guns. They're shooting her with like grenade launchers or whatever,
artillery shells or whatever.
Yeah, and then they shoot like a big bomb at her, and she uses she's using her bracers to block the bullets, but then she uses her shield to block the big
and like she deflects
bomb.
the mortar off of it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sends it flying straight into Charlie.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
She gets close enough that they're like completely just pounding her with bullets, and she's like hiding behind her shield. She's like, shit, I can't move any further. But then the squad show up behind her, and they start taking out the Germans before they even realize that there's anyone else. And the British troops are like, holy shit, this is it. And they charge out of the and then Diana does a big leap and starts punching guns.
She does. I understand that, like, there have to be bad guys in this movie, and, like, you have to take out the bad guys by killing them, but it did kind of still suck to see guys that looked basically identical to the other side just being fucking murked by Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
She does punch the guns as well, but she does also kill.
She doesn't. I mean, especially like Steve is just shooting people. Like,
it's a very PG-13 we don't see her like bloodless fight though.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It is no Batman v Superman. Although this was where the, like I said earlier, 1-to-1 BVS comparisons really started to kick in, because I mean. She basically, well, I'll just progress it a little bit and then I'll talk about it. She runs to the town of Veld, where that woman was from. The Wonder Men follow her. There's German soldiers who are shooting at her. She tells them to hang back, the Wonder Men, that is, not the soldiers. That would be a hell of a
They don't listen to her.
Stop shooting me. Oh, okay. She is, like, running through the town. They, like, hit her with another artillery shell, and she, like absorbs it with her shield, but, like, gets launched into a wall, and then just, like, wall kicks straight through a window. And now she is in the exact
warehouse.
Same situation as Batman was in BVS.
I was definitely
in the middle of a warehouse, surrounded by guys with guns.
I want to note that one thing I like is Chief doesn't have a gun. He just has a lot of bombs.
Oh yeah. I do want to give a quick shout out because I had previously assumed, and I think we all had assumed, that the sick Wonder Woman theme was
I thought that
Junkie XL.
No, I thought that came from this movie.
Okay, well it did. So shout out to Rupert Gregson Williams for that dope music.
Thank you for the good
Unless
song.
You're like
not enough screaming women, but still pretty good.
I want to say that there's a few things. Maybe she's called Wonder Woman because the only emotion that she can express is looking at something with a vague sense of wonder. Like whenever something hits her fucking
wonder.
Yeah, every time something fucking hits one of her bracers, she's just like, "Oh, what's that?"
Oh, wow, my bracers work.
Oh, so this scene in the warehouse, I was really comparing to the warehouse scene in BVS because that whole scene is about, look at how strong they can't do shit to him. Like, look how good his armor is. Like, he gets shot point blank in the back of the head and he keeps fighting. He doesn't even feel it. And, like, they can't do... Like, look how powerful...
And this is more like looking... Look how much she has to do.
Right. Like, there's a part
where... strategy she knows.
There's a part where, like, her shield gets knocked out of her hand and she's like, oh, shit. So she has to, like, do a leap and, like, a barrel roll to grab it off the ground. Because... And there's another moment that we'll get to in a moment, but it's like... she's vulnerable in this fight and she knows it. So she has to like actually, she can't just be like, I'm rich.
In that same
like
she is wearing hockey pads.
In the same shot as when she like slides and grabs her shield, she also turns her sword around and hits people with it, which I think she goes Mortau on them, which I think is pretty cool.
She's using the guy hitter.
She's Mortau?
Mortau is like it's the name of a game that a lot of racists play, but it's also a certain sword grip where it's like a reverse grip on a sword where you grip it by the blade and hit them with the pommel.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think of like men rarely only their own way.
What?
MGTOW.
Yeah.
So she clears out the warehouse. The squad start fighting their way through the town. I know that this town is like fucked, but it is kind of weird that they're here to save the townspeople. And Chief is just like, here, and he like throws this huge bomb at the side of a building, and Steve shoots it and obliterates this entire building. Like, I mean, there are still people in this town.
Yeah,
and they're gonna continue to live here after this.
Yeah, he liked bomb.
We do like bomb. This is the moment that I really liked in this whole action sequence. She's out of the warehouse. She's in the town square. And she sees a tank. It's a fucking chunky-ass World War I era tank, which I enjoyed to see. And she's I
like a lot of the armament in this.
She's like, I don't know what that thing is, but I'm going to go punch it. So she, like, runs and does a big classic leap at it. But it shoots a big explosive round at her shield, sending it flying out of her hand, and now she's in the middle of this square with no shield. So she has this kind of like panicked, desperate moment where she's like, oh shit, and she just has to like charge straight at the tank and like body slam it. And I was like,
is this where she like rolls it?
Yeah,
she like rolls it onto its side.
Yeah, she just lifts it up.
And I thought that was great because it's like we get to see what the hero does when they are vulnerable. Like, fucking A.
She has to fight or flight, and she fights.
BVS fucking sucks. Like, I already hated that movie, but seeing this, I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, remember when he got shot in the back of the
head? I mean, honestly,
in the back of the head, and he's just like, whatever.
Among, Pequeño, among, superhero movies, these action scenes, the action directing in this movie is pretty fucking exceptional. It's really
It's good.
They're very
None of it is a fight for... It's never like, okay, and now we have to have a fight scene for 8 minutes. It's like, things are happening that have to do with fighting.
It shows that the appeal of a superhero, whereas in Batman v Superman, the appeal of both Batman and Superman were just... Look how much stronger. Look at what a different level they are on. Like, look how much better they are than their enemies. In this, it's like, it's about like her fighting spirit and what her like what she's choosing to do with her strength. That she's using it to save these people, even though she's clearly, we could see from the way she reacts to losing her shield, she is putting her own life on the line to do this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why does no other movie feel like this? So I really liked this part of the movie.
Yeah, she gets to do some cool lasso shit too.
Oh yeah, because once she has no shield, she starts doing like lasso stunts, and she's lassoing people and pulling them over to kick them.
Here's one part. Yeah, here we get to the part that I really like, where so they've like cleared out the area. She's done her cool lasso shit at everyone, and then some villager guy is coming out of his house, and he gets shot by a sniper who's up in a church bell tower.
I just want to say about the lasso stuff. I thought it was really interesting the way that they like rendered it. I don't know if this is actually how it looks
like light painting. Yeah,
but it really looks like they literally drew on the like each frame.
It looks like it looks like when you do like a long exposure photograph with like a flashlight or like a laser pointer, and you just draw the light in the air.
Yeah, it's glowing really bright.
Yeah, the glow, but then also just like the way, like it looks really fluid. It looks like it literally like
how
made me think that they hired like a calligrapher to like draw the lasso.
Because it moves like a rope moves. Like I think it's just really talented CG animators. Like because it trails along its path, but it kind of wobbles when it's moving. It's very good.
It had that kind of like old school feel where it was like the kind of thing where they like sort of like draw it onto the film.
Yeah, drawing like how they did Lightning.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a sniper and he's up in the bell tower and he's snipers be sniping.
Classic sniper behavior.
And sadly, Charlie's too shaky. Charlie's too shaky to shoot him. He's having an attack. And then
this was a good moment.
It was good.
Samir is like, "Don't worry, it's okay."
It's okay.
I loved Samir like calming him down. I thought that was
really
great.
good. But then Chris Pine sees a scrap of door metal on the ground, and he's like, "Wait a minute! I know where this goes."
I remember the beginning of the movie.
Everyone runs out, and they all go and they pick it up, and he says "shield," and Wonder Woman's like, He says
we're gonna put this on our back, and when I say go, you're gonna push really hard. Yeah. And then he says, Diana, shield.
She does like the Leonardo DiCaprio on the couch pointing at the TV screen, and then runs over and jumps out of the shield and fucking annihilates this bell tower.
And he says, go! And they push her. It's just like the thing that we
It's a callback. It's movies.
And all the townsfolk come out and they say, yay, that was our least favorite church tower.
She fucking obliterates the church tower.
Thank you.
It's gone.
Thank you for freeing us from superstition.
We hate God, the monster.
I have to talk about like this in relation to the other movies that we've seen. So you know how when we were watching like the movies in reverse order, and we would be like, and this is the part that they're referencing next movie when they say blah blah blah, and we would just be like, wait, what the fuck? Why is it this moment? Like, how good of a movie is this, or like good of a choice of good job Patty Jenkins, that we, after only seeing the first 45 minutes of this movie, saw the shield moment and had a whole discussion about it because, wow, what a crazy move, what an interesting, why are they only yelling shield and they know it, blah, blah, blah. And then 45 minutes later, it comes up again, and we're like, hey, it's the thing we recognize.
Set up and payoff.
Set up and fucking payoff. In a movie?
My movie?
And also, like, how low the bar has come that we're like, we actually paid attention. We noticed that and didn't have to be reminded. But this is, like, compare that to then, like, if you look on the screen, Batman is watching the fight between Superman and Zod, and he does the same moves later when they're battling.
We can also compare this to Batman v Superman in the way that remember that scene with Superman saving the girl from the factory fire, and everyone just like stoically expressionless, like just reach out to him.
Yeah, they say Misa.
Time to touch.
And they say Misa is a master.
Superman.
Well, in this we get everyone literally cheering and applauding for Wonder Woman, and this is the funniest fucking part because the action scene has ended, and literally the moment the action is over, the first thing that happens is I am like, how the fuck did Gal Gadot get this role? She is horrible.
She's horrible.
because she is like standing at the top of the destroyed tower. Everyone says, "Great, I hated that church. Thank you so much." And we see her face, and I mean, I can't demonstrate this over a podcast.
She looks contemptuous.
She looks down at them as they cheer for her, and the music is swelling, and this is like the big superhero moment where it's like she saved people for the first time. Everyone's like cheering for her and saying like, "Thank you, you saved us. This is your big hero moment." And she looks down at them, and her mouth is like slightly hanging open, and then she closes her mouth.
Yeah, she gives like like if she saw a Palestinian baby.
Oh god. Like I literally in my notes I was like the only reaction they got out of her was the tiniest little smirk. And then I rewatched it and I was like,
smile I've ever seen.
There's no smirk. She's not, like, it is a flat line. She literally just closes her mouth.
She does pull the corners of her mouth a tiny little bit.
I didn't see them.
It's so subtle that I did go over it with a magnifying glass like I do with every movie. And
if you look at this pixel, it is 1 pixel above the... Like, how many takes must they have done that this was what they went with, where they were like, I mean, it's...
Well, it's an understated moment, because everyone in the town is clapping and cheering about how much they love her, which is really going to create a lot of conflicting emotions.
Oh my god.
This is what she's been raised to do since she was literally 0 years old, and now here she is, and she was told she couldn't do it, and then she did with the help of her friends
who
big
triumphant hero moment.
In every
they all
way,
work together to save the townspeople, and she
very
goes...
clear victory, and it's... Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Galel.
She does smile more later, but I wish that it had been a bit more of a if she had been kind of like if it had been kind of like a childish like big bean, that would have been really cool.
Are we telling Gal Gadot to smile more?
I'm saying she should smile more. Well, this is the funny thing though, is in the next scene she's back on the ground and she's like shaking hands with all the people, and here she's like smiling pretty normally. I guess they just like when they were like, okay, close up on her face, and she's probably standing just in front of a green screen alone, and they were like, okay, and look happy.
I've written a poem.
No.
I've written a poem. I've written a poem.
You have? Okay.
Germans to the north, no man's land to the south. When Wonder Woman saves a village, she close her damn mouth.
So everyone's clapping for her and shaking her hand.
This moment made me think, well, I guess she's not doing too bad of acting here. I'm realizing it's just because she didn't say anything.
Hey, Sam, when is the acting moment?
It's coming very soon.
When's the fucking soup moment, Sam?
It's when Amy comes home. Hey, I heard you're gay. Yeah.
Spoilers for Jurgen it. Yeah, so then a guy comes out and says, mind if I take an extremely plot-significant photo of the five of you with Zack Snyder apparently in the background out of focus?
I thought this was fine. It's a big... I mean, like, they're the Wonder Men.
I have no problem with this.
It's good. It's just...
I have no problem with it at all.
I thought you were...
No, I just thought it was funny to remember that this entire movie is a flashback that Bruce sent her this photo, and she's just reminiscing about all of it.
Really, the flashback should end here.
True.
This should be it. This should be the whole movie.
Yeah,
we did it. Thank you. Got the photo.
So
Diana, a tight 90 minutes.
Diana.
But I guess this was a big day of firsts for Diana for a lot of reasons. So
Diana talks to Samir. She's like, "Oh, Charlie
sucks at fighting."
They said that he was a marksman, but he wasn't able to shoot. And Samir says, "Well, Not everyone always gets to be what they want to be. I always wanted to be an actor, but I'm the wrong color.
This guy does a good job of this line read.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It could have been a lot cheesier than it was.
What are you talking
yeah.
about? I'm not Moroccan. I just love Doctor Who. Anyway.
He does wear a fez.
Yes.
Anyway.
He is wearing a fez for the whole
Yeah, because he's Moroccan. Anyway.
This is where we see Diana looks over and Chief is like handing out stuff to the townspeople, and
they're trying to give him money.
Yeah, they're like trying to give him money, and he's like, "Don't even worry about it." And I was like, "That's a cool guy."
What if the movie did end there though? Like, what if it was just like, it's
Chief
pretty...
seems nice.
The action scene's all right. We didn't find out who Ares was, and like
turns out it wasn't Ares, it was just World War I.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
Well, they saved that one village. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm. So Diana finds Steve. He's on the phone with Etta. He's telling her what's been going on. She says, "Okay, I figured out where you can find Ludendorff. He's hosting a gala with German high command at such and such place. The Kaiser himself will be there, as well as Dr. Poison." Ares
and
takes
she's
the phone.
like, "This will be a." She's like, "This will be a great place for you to do all your spying. Oh, you want the phone, Sir Patrick? Here you go." And he's like, "Don't you fucking dare get anywhere near this gala."
Right, like if you compromise the armistice, then it's all fucked. I think Steve hangs. He does a thing where he's like,
yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, that's I'm getting it out of order. Diana tells Steve like, the peace talks don't matter because if Ares is behind this war, which he has to be because it's such an unprecedented, gigantic war, there's no fucking way that he would ever let an armistice happen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, "Wait a minute, I've got it. Only Ares could possibly be behind such a terrible weapon as this mustard gas thing. Ludendorff must be Ares."
Oh,
and I'm watching this. I'm watching, going, "Yes, exactly."
Mm-hmm. And Sir Patrick Morgan on the phone is like,
"Yeah, totally.
That's a great point, Diana." No, he doesn't. She's not talking.
I was like,
and Steve says, "I'm going through a tunnel. Bye."
I was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, through this.
And so Steve, it is funny to see the 1918 version of "I can't hear you anymore. You're because he just goes, "Oh, I'm losing you," and he holds the phone like away from his face.
Sorry,
like, a
my
couple
mom
feet,
needs to get on the internet.
Puts his hand over the receiver and is like, sir, and then just hangs up. It's funny. They didn't have static back then.
Send me a telegram, please.
So this next scene, this is the one where I thought Gal Gadot was pretty good.
Okay. You're alone there, but sure.
Really? I mean, it might just be because I generally loved this scene.
Did you really? Are you being sarcastic? Or
really? You didn't like it?
No, it's hard to tell. You said loved, and I thought
this was
word.
great because I think that this is what so many of these movies try to do. Like, this is fucking Suicide Squad. Like, we've had our one win, and we're going into the big battle, and now we're gonna have like a quiet, like, reflective moment together as a group. But I thought this was like a very good version of that because like all the people are like. They're like partying, like everyone's like
all
having
the villagers are
beers. Like the local like tavern is like just giving everybody beer. Everyone's like dancing and singing.
I wish I had a Flemish beer right now.
Steve is like, "Diana, this is all thanks to you." Diana says, "This is all thanks to us."
I think the reason that I thought maybe you were being sarcastic is that I think Chris Pine is doing a great job of acting, and I think Gal Gadot is having a nice time of not having to act.
Yeah, of reading
this scene.
Yeah, she enjoys
that's
reading
what
the
she
script.
looks like. Unfortunately,
I think
there are parts. There are parts later where she does. It is better.
She is as good in these scenes as she is in the worst scenes of Fast and Furious.
You know what I think it was? I think it was that this was similar to all of those like fish out of water scenes from before where she's like learning about this world that is unfamiliar to her. But this was the first one of those scenes where I think that angle on her as a character did like really work for me. So I think it made her acting feel a lot more satisfying, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You like that they fucked, don't you, Sam? You're a little
I
freak.
love that they fucked.
You're a little freak that likes when characters fuck.
She's love when they fucked.
A Styanna stan.
Ugh, gross.
The thing, the difference to me was, I think that was also part of why it was a little jarring for me, was because it was played slightly different. So the fish out of water thing that's happening here is all the villagers are dancing, and Steve is like, do they have dancing at Themyscira? And she's like, yeah, of course.
He actually calls it Paradise Island, which comic book knowers or DCEU Googlers will know is a nickname for Themyscira in the comic books, apparently.
Nice. Well, it makes sense.
It's also the location of hit 2020 video game Paradise Killer, of which I worked upon.
That is so fucking true.
Also, the name of Gilligan's Island.
No, it's not. His name is it's called Gilligan's Island.
It's called Gilligan's Island.
Please,
Val.
can you fucking watch this shit? Come on, hey, Val.
I thought it. Yeah.
If you don't, if you're gonna fucking say dumb shit like that, how about you just shut the fuck up?
Look, we have a lot of people who listen to this podcast who worked on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, and you're really disrespecting them right now. I think it's true.
You don't want me to say dumb shit on the podcast?
I don't want you to. Just don't explain yourself. Just you're not going to make anything better.
Was Paradise Island where Pinocchio got turned into a donkey?
I don't fucking know.
No, it was called Gilligan's Island, Sam. Have you been listening? Jesus fucking Christ. So anyway,
I'm sorry to all the people listening to this who worked on Pinocchio.
So Steve is like, do they have dancing on Paradise Island? Diana is like, yeah, but this isn't that. These people are just swaying. And Steve is like, well,
Pleasure Island was in Pinocchio. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Men are important for Paradise, but not necessary for Pleasure Island. So this is the thing, is that it's kind of a like, oh, you don't know how to do this? Let me teach you. But then Diana is also like, oh yeah, I guess I don't know how to dance.
Oh, I got
like she's kind of like in on it.
You know what this scene was missing, though?
It's a different take on it than her being like, what is holding hands and why are they doing it?
Yeah. You know what this scene was missing, though?
What?
Is when because she's like, this isn't dancing, this is swaying, like you should see how they do it on Themyscira.
She should have shown her.
There's gotta be a deleted scene where she's like, this is how we do it on Themyscira, and she just starts fucking twerking.
She starts voguing and fucking punch dancing, and it's really fucking cringe.
I would like to see it. Goths under the underpass.
Yeah. She puts on her cyber goth stuff and.
It's fine. I get it though. She's trying to maintain her cover. They can't know because they would go. Right. I've never seen moves like that in the human race. What?
Armies don't go that direction. So then, can I explain this scene?
No.
Sam likes when they fuck. Come on.
So, well, go ahead.
So they fuck.
They fuck.
The end.
So Steve is like, okay, so here's how we dance. And, while they get ready to dance, they look over at,
she whispers, I want to milk you again.
I'm going out of order. Sorry. Okay, so
you just see a pail slowly rise into frame.
His shirt slowly unbuttoning, but only in the middle. So he's like, okay, so this is all, you just stand here and I take your hand and I put my hand on your back like this, and he puts his hand inside that big cape.
Yeah.
Styanna shippers.
I mean,
watch.
Yeah.
And
that's how he lets her know that's how they let you know on Themyscira that they're DDF.
Sorry, I did just remember that she's going to be hung up on him for 150 years, and then I got mad.
What happens next?
He is above average.
He's got a slightly larger dick than
you. Never forget your first milking.
Yeah, he's like 4 3/4 inches long. Am I right?
Go, Steve.
And then he's like, and then you just, what did you call it? Sway? And they just sway. And she goes, you're awfully close. And he's like, yeah, I know. That's why we
Under
do it.
The moonlight, the serious moonlight.
And this is a good moment of acting from Gal Gadot. She goes,
yes.
I see.
Kal-El.
I see.
I liked it because this is like, I don't know. So this is the other thing. This is the other problem that I have with Themyscira being an island of masturbators is that.
Well, masturbators and scissorers, please.
Well, that's the thing, is that Diana, being the only baby, being the only one that was made out of clay, is, I think, like, straight. Like, she's like, oh my gosh, what are these feelings I have about this man? Like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Maybe on Themyscira, they were, like, putting up an act that, like, they didn't want her to go, and, like, they don't actually have all those rules. So it's, God, thank God, we got that straight out of here. Okay. Hippolyta, go ahead and start sculpting again. Try to do better this time. Jesus Christ.
Trying to make a lesbian baby. It's very weird, because this is the thing, is, like, this is just making her seem more youngish again, I guess. I don't know, like, this is her first crush. So, like, she doesn't understand the appeal of men until she meets one.
Maybe do you think
where it's
that,
like, no, people on Themyscira were having fully, like, fleshed out and, like, fulfilling relationships such that one person might scream and yell when you die and run towards you.
Do you think that,
for example,
do you think that when they first went to the bedroom that Diana tried to scissor Steve, and he's like, oh, this won't work.
She's like, you're missing some crucial parts. So...
Or maybe, hey, maybe it works naturally, because, like, maybe Steve's a trans man. Maybe it's fine.
Hey! Maybe she's like, wow, there's actually very much in common between a human
maybe
and
it's maybe the reason that she is straight is because it's like when you play Mass Effect and you're like, wow, blue person, that's exotic and new to me. She's like, I've never seen a Steve Trevor before.
Yeah.
I need to fuck it.
Oh, is there a romance option for, like, romancing aliens and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's the main purpose of the game.
You can
I guess,
fuck
I guess if you
crunchy lizard man.
He's so
if you were
hot.
playing, and then there was, like, a human that looked very much like you would be like...
You can fuck a squishy fish who is dying.
Imagine if there was a gecko...
Dying?
A gecko that was hot and smoked a lot.
Okay.
You can fuck him.
Redundant, but okay. I'm picturing the gecko and he has a cigarette.
Yeah.
Do not fuck the gecko.
But imagine that he also has a a rifle.
I mean, don't fuck Thane either.
Why?
And he got a sniper rifle down there.
I want to have trauma sex with Thane.
I love Thane, but not like that.
Does he literally have a sniper rifle? Or
yes,
he is an assassin, yeah.
I thought he had a big long dong like a sniper.
He probably also has a big long dong like a sniper rifle. Who's to say?
Autumn, the scent of cinnamon on the air. My dong hangs down and drags along the ground. I see it through the scope.
Please, Shepard, I need you to service my cloaca.
Okay, so
time to listen to another episode of 0 to 0. Hope they don't talk about milking so much.
That milking sure was weird last time. Well, I'm sure they got it out of their systems. Well,
so there's
they're dancing.
Let me skip to 2 hours and 11 minutes in.
I really like the moment where they hear singing and she looks through the door of the bar and she sees Charlie playing the piano and singing. I thought that was great.
I like that they don't portray Charlie as a broken person.
I love Charlie. He's very fun.
That's great.
He's good. Yeah.
I like to think that he's singing because he has his good friend Samir who helped him calm down.
Oh yeah, he's like singing with Samir. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it starts snowing, and Buddy the elf looks up and goes, "Snow!
What is this?" What? She starts swinging her sword at it, like.
You know what I think I liked about this scene specifically with Gal Gadot is I think that Diana seeing snow for the first time was like the most that she has smiled in the film.
Look, her one emotion is looking at things in wonder, so
it's true.
That's why they cast her as Wonder Woman.
It did work for me in this scene.
Okay.
I did. Have you guys seen the episode of Doctor Who where like a giant alien ship is like hovering over England and it's like Christmas time?
No.
So there's an episode of Doctor Who that's the premise, and at the end of the episode, spoilers for whatever fucking episode this is, it starts to snow, And, Rose is like, "Oi, doctor, it's the snow, innit?" And, the doctor
I don't remember her talking like that.
No, she does talk.
She talks exactly like that.
She's so fucking, yeah.
Lots of countries have a north.
No, she's not, it's not northern. She's not northern. She's from fucking,
No, the doctor
Okay,
is.
yeah, but she's from Croydon.
Yeah. So anyway, it's not important. Sorry. She's like, "Wow, it's snowing," but then it turns out it's actually tiny pieces of ash from the giant alien spaceship getting exploded into a bajillion pieces, and then like raining. I really thought that that's what was about to happen here. They were like,
this is actually German bodies.
Yeah, they look up and they're like,
smoke
Ares is smoking a cigar.
Oh, but this isn't snow. It's anthrax.
Ah, fuck. But no, it is just snow. It's pathetic irony, or whatever.
You're pathetic.
Pathetic fallacy. Every time. I called it the wrong name one time, and now that's what it's called.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault.
I only remembered the first time you said it, and not all of
pathetic
the other times.
And fallacious.
I liked this next moment also because I thought that while we have enjoyed Chris Pine in this movie, I thought this added a little bit of depth to Steve Trevor that I liked.
Oh, yeah, because it was really cool we didn't mention it, but in the entire movie, he's kind of like Flat Stanley. He's like only in 2 dimensions, and only in this scene does he kind of extrude his body forward, and he gets a Z-axis, and he gets depth.
Yeah, and meanwhile, while that's happening, she asks him, is this what people do when there's no wars to fight? And he says, yeah, this, and they also fought. I mean, he says, yeah, when there's no wars, they have breakfast, and they wake up in the morning, they have breakfast, they read the paper, they go to work, they get married, they have babies, they grow old with their Christian wife. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh, what's that like? Do you enjoy that life?" And he's like, "I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know."
No, it's good. It's a good scene.
It's good. I also just like so she's like, "Is this what people do when there's no wars to fight?" And he's like, "Yeah, this and other things." And she's like, "Oh, what else do they do?" And my brain very much did go,
"Whoa.
They also fuck!"
What?
What happened?
Val?
Did you...
Val, you okay?
Yeah. It's, just, it was...
I thought you got, like, attacked by a spider or something.
No, I walked away from my chair.
Oh, okay.
So that I could scream,
they also
fuck.
Okay.
And then she says,
maybe
"What's
other
that
people
like?" And he says,
things.
"I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I've only been milked."
And then...
people have only ever prized me for my milk. I've never gotten my
Nobody
dicky.
ever wants to buy the cow.
No one's ever...
I'm always giving away the milk for free.
Yeah.
Can I also, are we ready for the next scene, or should we keep talking about milking Steve?
I mean, she's gonna milk Steve.
She's about to milk him on camera.
Now, you say milk him for free. Does that mean I don't have to pay him?
No.
Because I was prepared to.
It's very gauche to ask for payment for milk. You just kind of go up to him in the street, give a tug.
Goat.
It's pronounced Gautier.
That's why goat milk is so expensive.
Gautier milk. What if in that famous music video by artist Gautier, he got milked? Anyway,
he might have. I mean, we only see him from titties up.
They also fuck.
We've been reading Sam's notes as you mentioned earlier. Now in this part, Sam, your notes say, Steve and Diana go into a room. It's like a hotel room or a motel room, something that looks way too fancy for this tiny village, which has been obliterated by war. She makes big time fuck eyes at him, and they kiss before a tasteful cut to outside. This is the point where I actually have to disagree with your notes, because what happens is we see them go into the room. Diana walks into the room, and Steve's like still standing at the door. And as he's closing it, he looks up, and then he sees Gal Gadot, who's been told to give fuck eyes to him.
Yeah, he goes into the room carrying his...
She's just...
No, he goes into the room...
She just looks at him, and then he gives... Oh.
Yeah, he goes into the room with his...
I've just been given fuck eyes.
With the...
face.
With his brand new, just out, superpowered Themyscira real doll. And,
You didn't think she was giving him fuck eyes?
I know from the context of this scene that's what she was doing.
He receives fuck eyes, but no fuck eyes are given.
Really? I was like, that's the only acting she's done in the movie was giving him fuck eyes.
That's what the acting is. Okay.
I don't know.
Let me go back. I got my microscope here.
I personally wasn't feeling it. Maybe that's just me, but
yeah, check the pixels.
I'm checking. Okay, I'm opening up Wonder Woman on.
She kind of does the like Ben Shapiro tilt your head down and look up thing.
She does kind of look like Ben Shapiro. She probably has similar views on the Palestinian people.
And she has big eyes. And she's pretty. I mean, like,
I would like to say
like,
she does not look a damn thing like Ben Shapiro.
No, but you're not going to find yourself like in a hotel room alone with Gal Gadot, who's voluntarily gone in there with you, who then like has her hair down and like looks at you and think like, oh, she probably wants help on her taxes.
They're in the apartment from Sherlock. Then she goes in, she kind of smolders at him. She kind of like gives him a head down smiling.
Mm-hmm.
But in like, this is just kind of her normal expression, but tilted downward.
She's looking at him, but she's not giving him a look, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
clearly
I agree.
I don't know about how to pick up on these signals. I thought that looked like big time fuck eyes.
She does check him out very briefly.
Hey, is she wearing a hat in this?
No, she is not.
Yeah, she's wearing a big stack of baseball caps.
Oh, wait, I didn't notice earlier,
no,
but she's wearing like a really... with my microscope, I can see that she's wearing a very, very small hat.
A very tiny
Is she wearing a hat in the... I just put it in the chat.
Huh?
I just put it in the chat, in the host chat.
No!
Is she wearing a hat in the iconic photo?
What the fuck is that?
No, that's a dude behind her.
Is that not a hat?
I think that's just a guy who is standing behind her, because maybe
because there's...
Maybe she's wearing a hat. We'll put it in one of the comic book...
We'll tweet it.
We'll put it in one of the comic book panels. That'll be our new, our goodbye bouncing boy. It's our new Twitter icon.
I mean, it probably is time to say goodbye
hat,
to bouncing
just
boy.
A regular hat.
We've moved on from that a long time.
Never!
Yeah, it's Wonder Woman. It's Cowboy Wonder... Yeehaw Wonder Woman now.
So that is where we're finishing for today.
They fuck.
It's also where Steve is finished. Today.
And where Wonder Woman probably won't.
No.
Maybe.
He doesn't.
Maybe Steve knows a thing or two. He's an above average
maybe
man.
He work, like, it's not the size that matters, it's what you do with it. And I think...
Maybe he's like, listen, Diana, I know things that other men don't.
I know,
I'm a spy and a fucker.
Look, I know things other men don't. I know that the female orgasm is a lie, and I know that your pleasure doesn't matter in this scenario, okay?
He's like, you've read all those books, clearly you've had enough pleasure already, so it's my turn.
Stevie time.
I hope he can find her clitoris when it's obscured by the magical barrier and all that fog.
Now, Diana, this is normal. This is normally how people do it in the outside world. I put on the Sailor Boy uniform, and
I put on my cloak and wizard hat.
You put on...
what a classic reference!
You eat a thing of canned spinach like Popeye, and then spank my ass until I... well, we'll get there when we get there.
Why does she have to eat a can of spinach?
It's normal. It's what energy. Normal. It's how people have sex.
Like, does he have to watch her do it, or does he just have to know that she did it?
Okay. I think he has to watch her.
Okay.
Well.
And I'd say, tell me I've been a very bad boy.
So love making tips from Giga.
So we're stopping here.
This is how you pull 500 people.
We're stopping at an hour and 29 minutes.
Tickle my taint with a little feather.
I hope that the third of the movie is good.
Me too.
This is where superhero movies usually lose me, because it's usually where they put in a gigantic CGI battle, and where David Thewlis is going to show up and be like, "And here is my true form," and go monster mode, and then she fights a CGI monster.
I hope that Thewlis doesn't.
Do you think he'll
make a big laser in the sky?
Do you think he'll be 10 feet tall?
I think he'll be...
I truly don't know what to expect.
What if he goes like this?
Like, cause he's either gonna, like, strip down and just be wearing, like, a fur bikini under his suit, and put on his helmet that he had in, like... that he has in, like, hammer space behind him.
What if...
Or he's gonna become 10 feet tall.
What if he...
That's my prediction.
My prediction is that he will reveal his true form and he'll be, like, 3 feet tall.
He gets down on his knees on top of his shoes. You wouldn't hit a kid, would you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I totally forgot. We forgot the part where, when Steve is like, I was lying to the council. We're totally going to go anywhere. Anyway, Diana's like, wait, you lied?
We did talk about that.
Like, she's never heard of the concept before. That line specifically where she's like, what?
I think
people just do that? Go on the internet and lie?
I think that this movie is like really neatly split up into 3 acts, like at the 45-minute
I mean,
mark.
literally, usually I'm like, oh god, where do we cut it off? Like, ooh, am I gonna have to be like,
this movie is a very clear 3 act.
Yeah, I mean, literally, yeah.
So yeah, movie.
Yeah, every 45 minutes is a perfect cutting point, so...
Didn't they, like, the first 45 minutes, it's like they went to sleep, and then there was that little, like, button with Dr. Poison, and then this one, it's like, they're going to bed.
Yes, every 45 minutes, Diana and Steve need to fuck.
Bed, yeah.
Well, they need to lay together, and who knows what happens after that. What if Etta finds a husband in the last 45 minutes of this movie?
Yeah, she needs one.
It's girl power.
It's girl power. What if Etta hears the bells?
Well, then she'll probably go cuckoo mode.
And reminds her of everything that was taken from her.
Shall we
I can't wait to see more Etta outfits. It would be cool if she went to the gala, too. She got to be all dressed up.
What if Etta was Aries?
Fuck.
Oh, fuck! That's a long con.
It's a long con.
Should we wrap this up?
You know what else is long?
Yeah.
This episode?
Thane's penis.
Yeah,
Thane's
true.
Penis.
Hi.
The dying assassin lizard man who is a fish.
Gotcha.
Hi, I'm Gigalithic. I go first all the time. You can find the art I did in a game called Gulligan's Killer.
Themyscira Killer.
Paradise Killer.
Right.
On PC and Switch. You can listen to my dulcet tones in several podcasts. This one is one of them. But
Hell
also, Matter Meter Lats, which hasn't updated in 2 weeks. It's a 5-space podcast. We do it when we want to. And Michael Reynolds' auditory horror land Chill Bleed. We just did. I think it's Department Store from Hell, which is a very long and very fun part of it. Next up will be Killer Man, which is my favorite part of the game. And yeah, you can come to my house and kick me in my face and punch me anywhere you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
I choose your house.
I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at PauseStress. I'm also on, of course, Jurgen at About the Secret Life of the American Teenager. Jordan and I just finished the show of Kyle XY on our podcast, Kyle XY.
Wait, it's now?
Yeah, it went up today as we are recording this.
Oh my god.
Kyle XY.
Kyle XY forever.
I mean, the podcast isn't over. We got some fanfic times ahead of us.
Did it suck?
Yay!
Did the evening suck? It sucked.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was so bad.
I was like doing other stuff the night that you guys were recording, but as a $10 patron, I could join the listening chat.
True.
And I looked in the chat and it said, like, you had said, like, Craig, join, like 2 hours earlier. And I was like, oh, they're probably wrapping up. Like, they're probably not even talking about the episode anymore. And then 45 minutes later, there's another, it's Craig, leave.
Big ol' ep.
We
got a lot to say.
All right.
I'm also on Twitch.
Wait, were we supposed to talk about Wonder Woman this episode? I watched Dune.
Ah, shit. I'm also on twitch.tv at PauseStress. Nope, that's my Twitter. Positive Stress on Twitch. And I have started playing a game that I've been very excited for, AI, the Somnium Files.
Yes!
I'm really liking it so far. I'm gonna be playing that on Wednesdays
that
and
Uchikoshi
Thursdays.
shit. Yeah.
Ooh. I'm Val Flight Cub. You can find me on Tumblr at Flight Cub, or on Twitter at Flight Cub. The second B stands for bowler hat, the kind of hat that Wonder Woman is wearing in the iconic
You've had that
photo.
one in your pocket for a while now.
Bring it back.
It literally just occurred to me.
You're so smart and fast thinking. We're so fucking privileged to have you on here.
You are. You can also hear me on LMNOP, a podcast about elementary that is coming out with a new episode this Monday, and then also next Monday. And then maybe even the Monday after
What's
that.
it
But
about?
after that,
Shit.
maybe I'll go back to bi-weekly. About Elementary,
No,
the
but
show on CBS.
What's the episode about?
Oh, the episode is about murder.
Sherlock
No!
Holmes.
The one that's coming out, that will be out before this episode of 0 to 0, is about dinosaurs.
Yes!
Time travel episode.
My guest is providing a very interesting European take on the situation.
Because
it's Janos.
It's Janos.
So,
yeah, he's the most European person I know. Is it the Sherlock Holmes solves who killed the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, Joan helps, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
You can find us on Twitter at 0 to 0_pod.
Fresh new icon. Yeah.
May or may not be a picture.
If it isn't, I will log on and change it.
Looks like she's wearing a silly hat.
I will use the login credentials that I have never used before to change it if Sam doesn't do it.
And yeah, you can find us on Noise Space, where we're hosted with other podcasts like
Kyle XY and Elemental P and Matter Meter Lads, maybe?
No.
Eventually?
Maybe.
Is Chillbleed on there?
I'll have to ask Matt. No, Chillbleed is not on there.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm an alien to this network.
You know it is on there.
County Girls McDo. What?
That.
Prime Cuts?
That's also
Fear
on
baiting?
there. There's a new episode of Elite Full Restore.
What?
There.
What do they have to talk about?
Pokemon.
Oh, the other new ones.
There's a new episode of Nanaroy's Nightmare Era as well.
Yeah, about Blood Whistle.
Yeah, about Blood Whistle. Hear its cry.
I will warn you. The first no, never mind. The entire episode is they talk about some of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. Not in the context of the fanfic. But it's good. Sarah. Yeah.
So surprising coming from Sarah.
Imagine the worst thing that the words Blood Whistle could mean, and it is worse than that.
Sarah. You can also listen to Fear Baiting if you want more of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can listen to my one of my episodes of Fear Baiting to hear us talk about jacking off with the stigmata hole.
You could
you
could talk you could listen to one of my episodes of Night Marinara to talk about me read a boy going into a cave.
Or you can listen to my episodes of Night Marinara to listen to Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, and kick off the whole show. Might we also add? You bravely went where no one had gone before.
So until next time.
Thank you so much to listening to all of our listeners.
Yeah, sorry about this.
You want to try that again?
So I think we do this to you weekly, and
you said thank you to listening.
Thank you to thank you to the concept of listening for allowing
we couldn't do it without you. Thank you to listening. Thank you to ears.
Thank you 3 listening. Have I almost got it?
Every dream.
You're one away.
Listening.
Thank you 5 listening.
Ooh. Take it down. Dial it down a little bit.
Do you think David?
Thank you to our listeners.
Do you think David Thewlis is going to bust it open
for listening? Yes,
I think David Thewlis is going to get his pussy out. All right, that's going to do it for us this week.
I think his butt is going to say,
all right, until next time,
whatever.
Milk us.
What?
Goodbye.
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 Bye-bye.